this city, burned to the ground over a century ago, has risen as something new, always making and remaking its own story. Built from the ground up, the spirit of battle is in our bones. Before he built the most dominant team to ever play in the Southwestern Athletic Conference, W.C. Gordon created a timeless symbol. 6 lines, 3 bold letters, a hand-drawn sketch on the back of a napkin thrust into history. As bold as our city and as mighty as the river that shapes our state, the block insignia is inextricable from our storied legacy. A red accent for the ages. We wear it to remember our legends and to celebrate the fierceness of our survival story. His team won 28 straight SWAC games and captured 8 SWAC championships in a single decade. No team has had an era more dominant. No team won as consistently as the MAC of the SWAC. The red of battle is in our bones, not just in contest with our most heated rivals, but for the martyrs of our yard and for the Jacksonians who marched against fear to topple Mississippi's tallest ghosts. The red was worn by our greatest teams and raised as the banner for JSU. For the champions on the diamond and the gridiron, on the courts and the lanes, blue and white will always be our true colors. Gordon Red is an accent for the ages.
On the field, we bring the energy. Ready to go!
Off the field, I build my brand.
At Jackson State, we make it happen.
State said one story, my brand tells another.
This is Jackson State. This is family.
This is the KC-1400 Collective. Tiger Nation, we need each of you to join the movement.
Be the team behind the team.
Support our NIL collective. Get signed up today.
Visit www.KC1400collective.com. Be our love. Go Tigers.
We we are trying to build a program for the next 10 to 12 years. It's not something that's overnight. We understand that the NIL and collective stuff has its role, it plays in it, but we are on the forefront of FCS football and attacking the NIL, attacking the collective. We got a very nice payroll at Jackson State, believe it or not. And I mean, our fan support, and we need more support. But we know that payroll is attached to championships. You know what I mean? So we're not out here trying to recruit kids based on money, but we also want them kids to know if you come to Jackson State and you end up benefiting from the collective, benefiting from an NIL deal, we expect a championship out of you.
Hello? What it do, bro? Man, what's up, baby? I'm down here in the NO, man, working this HBCU Legacy Bowl.
Man, big dog. What's up with that order?
So we got 6 players down here this year.
Oh, yeah, we're going to make it happen, man. Just let me put my spin on it. All right, bet.
You look like Rick Deuce, man.
Hey, another play. Ken?
Rick Deuce. What up, Deuce?
Nah, we gotta switch this up.
Hey, hold on one second. Public figure.
Yeah, you clean now. Yeah.
What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. Make sure you guys, thank you, sis. Hit that like, share, subscribe, join the channel, be a part of the collective tonight. I love it. Hopefully everybody's doing good. Man, got an action-packed show. What's up, Greg the Great? How you doing, brother? What it do, man? Busy weekend. Man, shout out to Champs Mentoring. This was a phenomenal event. Let me know if you brought your son out there, you know, or your nephew or one of your kids or whatever, man. It was a great turnout. It was an awesome event. I was blessed to be a part of it. What it do, brother Q? Got a chance to go out and get some seafood with bro, me, Dub, and Big T, Big Tyler, you know. Man, it was a great trip, great time, man. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you guys, man. I got a lot to talk about tonight, a whole lot. That usually happens when we take Friday off, man. You know what I mean? We take Friday night off because I'm probably going to take this one off too. Next on Wednesday is my birthday, man. So I'm gonna, you know, I'm going to be on this thing on Wednesday. You feel me? But gotta make sure y'all come love on your boy, man. Your boy been working. I got some signing stuff going on. So if I mute the live and go off camera, it's to, you know, to get right. I can't be snotting and sniffing and all that good stuff on the screen, man. Appreciate it. Man, your boy about to turn 44, man. Woo! Yes, indeed, man. I'm a mama's baby. Mama, your baby about to turn 44. Man, oh man. Yes, indeed. But nevertheless, man, happy Monday. Shout out to Tiger Nation. Colin, I see you out there, brother. Always putting that work in, man. Keep grinding, man. Keep grinding. Keep sharpening that knife, man. You know what I mean? Keep honing in on them skills. We're gonna need you to have some amazing ball placement whenever we punt. Now we hope we don't have to use you that much because we got a gunslinger back there. You know what I'm saying? It's in a train track. You know, we got a choo choo. You know what I'm saying? A horse back there running that ball. So hopefully we score every play. That's the goal. If not, we kick a field goal. You know what I mean? But if we fall short, you're gonna be the man. Man, we see you a lot. I mean, the offense is sputtering. We hope that's not the case. But keep putting that work in, man. Listen to all our football Tigers out there. Everybody that's listen, commencement is coming up this weekend. A lot of the athletes are going home. Hey, man, be safe. First and foremost, be safe. Like Coach always say, no means no. All right? No means no. And then two, man, don't mortgage your future, man, and your livelihood and your situation, man, for a few moments. Don't do that. You know what I mean? Don't do that. You know what I mean? So just make sure you continue to protect yourselves, man. Protect yourselves at all times, man. Don't put yourself in no tough situations, man, because you want to make sure you get back to campus safe and sound. Brother Poe, how you doing, brother? See, say it out there. BJ, what's up, bro? Yes, indeed, man. Shout out to the chat. Hit that like button as you come into the stream, man. Got a lot to talk about. Let's see where we can start at. I tell you what, we'll start here, man. Let's start with, like I said, with Champs. Champs mentoring had a phenomenal. We had a phenomenal time. Shout out to brother Vondell Singleton. Powerful event, very powerful event. I was blessed and fortunate and thankful to have made an impression on some in the community to feel like they wanted to hear me on a panel. I don't volunteer for stuff like that, but I'm always open to it if needs be. If I'm called up on, I definitely do what I do. You know what I mean? Appreciate you, brother Vic. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. It was a great time. What's up, Travis? How you doing, man? It was an amazing turnout. Got a chance to sit on the panel. Brother E.T., Eric Thomas, man, he was phenomenal. I got the whole thing recorded from the side, right? But powerful message to the youth. Shout out to Dr. Mabry. Shout out to Brother Reggie Creer, who was on the panel with me. And also shout out to Dr. Jason Gibson, man. It was a great time. Great message. Kind of went off, off what we were planning on doing. We kind of filled the room out and wanted to be as impactful as we possibly could, man. So it was an amazing time, followed up by a basketball showcase. It was a lot of kids there. I think it was about 500 kids that came. And you need organizations like Champs Mentoring, man, to continue to pour into the community. They came all the way from Chicago, Illinois, man, to host first time ever leaving the city. You had a lot of young kids that was from Chicago, the first time ever coming to Jackson, Mississippi, being on an HBCU campus, coming to Jackson State. It was just a great overall time, man. And I was fortunate and thankful to be. I got my brother Dub out there, man, to come. He back up, standing upright, man, moving around a little bit, man. You know what I mean? But we was definitely there. Got a chance to talk a little bit about NIL, all that good stuff, which I'm definitely going to talk about tonight as well, man. So, hey, man, listen. Hey, listen. Don't let this J Hat and that JSU attire fool you, baby. I put it on there. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I put it on there. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I just, as always, man, I just want to make sure that I just highlight what a phenomenal event. As you can see, Dr. Gibson, you got Jason Gibson, my brother McLaurin on that thing. You got Reggie Creer, E.T. Thomas. You got my man, the 9 to 5 millionaire. Man, you got a bunch of volunteers, Vondell Singleton. It was just an amazing turnout, man. And Eric Thomas, he did what he normally do. He showed up and showed out, man. So it was a phenomenal time. I appreciate it. And just was happy that my road dog, brother KT Dub, was able to, to roll with me. Brother Coach Tyler came in that thing. My boy CA, Christian Aiken. Christian was in that thing, man, trying to soak up that knowledge. I got a lot of love and respect for Christian. Christian is he's going places, man. He's definitely going places, man. He and it starts with a desire to, first and foremost. That's what it starts with, Be hungry for information, hungry to elevate, especially in this era. This is a unique era for student athletes. Instead, if you guys are in with oh yeah, we still got some roster pruning to do. Oh, no doubt about it. But listen, man, that was awesome though. It was definitely awesome. But let's get into a couple of preliminaries. Let's pay some bills real quick, man, and then we'll proceed on with the show. We want to shout out our channel sponsors, Cannon Toyota Vicksburg. You know what to do. If you're in the market for a vehicle, give them a call, 601-835-6100. Also, Cannon Nissan. If you're in the city of Jackson, go see Will on the Hill on Gallatin. Tell them KC-1400 sent you. If you tell them that, you get a nice little check cut for the collective, in the amount of $150. So if you're in the market for a vehicle, give them a shout. Give them a shout. And go see them. Go see them and tell them we sent you, man. Yes, indeed. Last but not least, Auto Masters. Brother Poe, I see you out there. Appreciate all that you do to support the brand. I'm thankful and appreciative of all of our channel sponsors, man. We are moving and grooving. We're on our road to 10,000. We're going to ride this road, whether it's slow or fast. We're going to get there. We just got to keep chipping away and keep doing what it is that we need to do to continue to grow this thing, man. All right, we're talking about NIL, right? So we're talking about NIL. Why? Because that's the thing that's changing the game right now. For a lot of just the game is different now. It's very different, right? It's very different because listen, the link is in the chat. It's not just about, signing up to support our efforts, but NIL has changed the game officially, family, and it's here to stay. It's here to stay. I would say this, and if I could speak to some young adults that got an opportunity, still got eligibility, there's a lot of changes coming down the pipe with the NCAA. I do have a segment tonight to talk specifically on some of the changes with the NCAA and kind of what that means for our student athletes, what that means for up-and-coming college athletes and those that are currently there. We got some changes coming. Definitely got some changes coming. But we're going to keep chipping away so we can continue to be, I know there's a particular, school in the conference that said they have a desire to have the largest collective in the country, from HBCU standpoints. Kudos to them for having that desire. And they're going to push. Whenever you have a desire and you speak things, you can make things happen. And we just got to keep staying the course. I won't get into what what are we doing, but we definitely have, we did a lot last year. And I could just say with our efforts this year, we're looking to double our efforts from last year. So we've already on track to do that. If we haven't already exceeded it, I'm gonna just be honest with you. We really just getting started. This is still the first trimester, so we got a lot to do. Coach, how you doing, man? Hey. What it do, brother? Good to see you, man. Not according to your president, not sure on how he can use executive order to change it. NIL is not going anywhere. So what you have is you have some powerful, and I was a fan of Nick Saban, the coach, but I don't like, the movement. It's like right when the players got all this. See, NIL has started to affect the billion-dollar leagues, man. It has, because a lot of kids aren't rushing to get out of college to get to the NBA and the NFL. Matter of fact, if you don't believe me, when I talk about NIL, just got this report today, 3:53 p.m. earlier today, Bleacher Report dropped the report saying the NBA draft number took a hit. A rise in NIL leads to the lowest early entrant total since 2003. That means kids are not in a hurry to leave the college game to try to get to the NBA because they can get good money playing at these P4 programs and some G5 programs, right? They don't have to be in a hurry. They can hone in. They can continue to, work on their craft, get better, and still get paid a lot of money. That's what's changed now. And what these leagues, man, have forever been about farming talent. Yeah, the guys can get paid and get rich, but it's a league that's centered around, utilizing your God-given ability and talent to create a generation of wealth for the owners and those that are part of the organizations. So with that being said, what's happening is these kids are getting money in college now, and they can come out double degreed up, sometimes even triple degreed, and they got a bag if you manage it right. So you're in a position right now where you actually can take advantage of what's happening right now, especially with the other rule that's coming down the pipe that I will talk about as well. But when you look at kind of what's happening, check this out. So you only had 71. Only 71 players entered into the 2026 NBA draft per the NBA, which is down 106. It was down 106 last year in a peak of 363 in 2021. The lowest early entrant total since 2003 when LeBron James came in the NBA. College basketball stars are staying in school overwhelmingly. See, this is the thing, through the real. Everybody can't get that back. Everybody know there ain't no pro. But if you can make six figures or better, and some of these kids are making millions of dollars, man, you can't. I'm already a millionaire. I ain't in a hurry to get to the league. I can keep getting this money, and I'm the guy. And I'm in a college setting. In a college setting, I'm the guy. I'm on a campus with nothing but peers. See, when you get to the NBA, you walk in the room. When you walk into the NBA and to the NFL, you immediately walk into a league with adults, grown men with families and problems. You know, not all got problems. Just saying, like you go into the room as a young man in a room with a bunch of old guys. That's how that works. Don't make no difference. You get what I'm saying? So if you can be on a campus, a college campus, college life was the best part of most of our lives for those of us who had an opportunity to go to college and be able to have that campus life experience, right? Who was the first player? Yep, Antoine Owens. That's right. Antoine Owens. That was beautiful, too. He posted it on Instagram. Shout out to my boy Antoine Owens, man, being the first player to ever sign an NIL deal with the Comb Company out of New York, the Black Comb Company. But yeah, man, so when we talk about NIL, we're talking about changing the game. And I'm going to make no mistake about it. See, when this was first initially started, they designed this not for our level. You follow what I'm saying? This wasn't for us. This wasn't for the small guy. All the rules that are being put in place right now, because we're going to talk about the draft. Oh, yeah, that's what we're going to finish this show up with. And I'm going to open it up for those who got opinions. I'm just saying, listen, a lot of the stuff that's happening right now was not made for the small guys. It wasn't. They don't make rules for FCS, HBCU, and lower tier D2. They make all the rules are being made by if you don't believe me, ask your ADs at your organization. Are they being invited into the room to have those conversations? Some may be. Maybe our commissioners probably getting some form of communication, but it's Dr. Charles McClellan in those rooms when they're making those decisions. I doubt it very seriously. You know, I'm not saying that he doesn't have access to information, but my point is those rules are made for the big guys. So when you start seeing things happening and the league start adjusting, I know we got a lot of conversations around no HBCU players getting drafted. We're going to talk about that because I want to make sure I hammer that home because I may not think what you think I'm going to say. You know what I mean? I just feel like there's something that much needs to be said when it comes to that conversation. And it was being said out in Twitterverse, right? So I just know that from where we are in the position that we are in, it's good to know where you are. It's good to be where you are and be where your feet are, right? Build a system that works for you. You can still be great in a space and in this time. Those who don't adapt, it's like adapt or die. Your program, it can cost your program. You can't take time off, right? And we jumped out the gates very strong. And shout out to you guys that are already participating in what it is that we're doing. We're going to continue to level up. So we're going to continue to ask if you're not a part of this thing to join it. It's strength in numbers. You know what I'm saying? Be a part of helping Jackson State. You know what I'm saying? Have access to our student athletes have access to the exact same resources and opportunities as other schools, right? But nevertheless, at the end of the day, you know what I mean? We got to do what it is we got to do. But yeah, NIL has definitely changed the game, and it's going to continue to. When we talk about NIL, we're not just talking about, we're not talking about pay for play. We're talking about being able to offer an opportunity for student athletes. We got a lot of student athletes at JSU that we love to partner with at KC-1400, but we need more support, and we're going to continue to push away. And as I said at the conference, hey, man, we're going to hit that million. We're going to do it. We're going to definitely do it. And but keep supporting, keep clicking that link, and keep getting signed up, man. We need your support. We absolutely need your support. But before we even get into that, not only are we looking to go for gold, but we do have a new campaign. We are supporting men's basketball and the Revive the Roar campaign. Make some minor changes to it, but it's on the go. It's on the fly. We're off to a really good start. You know, shout out to all those who have participated. You know, we're now in a position now. It's a very simple and strategic, matter of fact campaign that we're running, because what we're trying to drive is use Jackson State men's basketball with a community. We're going to pilot a community service program through the men's basketball team. That's what we're going to do. Now, this ain't got nothing to do. This is through Coach Trey Johnson. This is what he wants to do. You know what I'm saying? So we're just here to support. Don't hit me with no Title IX, nothing like that. We're separate from the university. We really can partner with who we want to partner with if they want to partner with us. That's just how that works. So it's not a matter of, we support women's basketball as well. But, Coach comes out with his own idea, and that's what he want to do. So it's going to be pretty cool. It's still fluid. But you can go on the website right now. You can go to KC-1400 Collective, the same link that's in the chat. You can scroll down on the first page, and you're going to see this photo. If you want to support, all you got to do is click that photo. It's going to take you to the link to donate and support men's basketball. And you can see what we collected. You can see the gold. You can see all that good stuff. Go over there and check it out. Yep. There's a lot of dialogue about that, man. There's a lot. She Love D been working. She been doing her thing, man. She been doing her thing. Shout out to Timona, man. And it is. Everybody knows if you follow the NFL draft, it is very different in the back two rounds. You get a 6 and 7 round. You kind of, after you get into the 6 and 7 round, a lot of those are non-guaranteed contracts. If you guys still got to be special, you still got to go make the team, right? It's cool to get drafted. It's very cool to get drafted, whether it's second round, Mr. First pick, or Mr. Irrelevant. If you can get drafted, that's great. I don't want to not make that point. But when you get to the latter rounds, if you are a preferred undrafted free agent, the point is your agent can kind of work that gray area a little bit, work that wiggle room a little bit, and you can pick where you want to go. So now you got more opportunities in front of you. It's kind of like being recruited in college in a sense, and you can look at your offers and you can see, hey, what situation is the best for me? You look at the roster, you look at the style of play, you look at the defensive coordinator or offensive coordinator, depending on what position you play. You look at what's in the room, and you determine between you and your agent, hey, man, this is a better situation for me. You can look at the state. Hey, man, ain't no state taxes. I already ain't going to be getting a lot of money. If I can make a practice squad, $350,000, $400,000, $500,000 a year, and I'm living in Florida, or I'm living in Tennessee, you get what I'm saying? Or I'm living in Nevada, right? When you're living in some of these states and every other state that doesn't have state taxes, right? You can make those decisions. So there is there is a lot to be taken from that particular aspect of the NFL draft. But we're gonna keep it moving though. We're gonna keep it moving because we do got a lot to touch on. Listen, don't forget, if you want to get your cat head, go to the Cat Head Distillery right there off Farris Street in the city of Jackson. You have to go there in order to get that exclusive KC-1400 bottle. But you don't have to go. Listen, we got Greenwood whiskey right in the city of Jackson, right on Terry Road. Right down the street from the university at Jasco Wholesale. Go get you some if you ain't got none. If you ain't in Jackson, all you got to do is go to greenwoodwhiskey.com/buy. Put the link in the link, put JSU in the discount code to get a discount on shipping, man. So let's continue to buy out that. Also, go to pointcitybrewing.com if you want to get your cocktail mixes. We got some KC-1400 exclusive old-fashioned syrup, and we got some Tiger Rita margarita mix, man. So go and click that website up and put your order in if you haven't already. We still got socks. I'll be where you at, baby. Drop that link in the chat, man. But you can scan that QR code. We keep the site. It's actually also on the website. So if you click the link, KC-1400 Collective, it's on the first page. We try to put all our partners on there. So if you click the picture of the socks, it can take you right to the page and get you some 3-packs if you haven't, man. Everybody should have already gotten them, son, by now. If you haven't, you're tripping. Don't get your 3-pack, man. We need your support. Again, we get through the conference real quick. All right, man, don't forget to get your season tickets, man. Season tickets are on sale. Reserve tickets started today. Reserve tickets went on sale today. Won't spend much time on it. Go JSUTigers.com. You know what it is. You know exactly what it is. You know how to get them. All right, man, they just announced SWAC Media Day. It's going to be July 15th. July the 15th, SWAC Football Media Day is coming up. Breaking news, though. I will not be attending SWAC Media Day this year. I won't be able to make it this year. I have a very specific and exciting event coming up this summer, and with my Bible class, and I'm excited about it. I will not be in attendance. I will be in Long Beach, California, on July the 15th. So I will send somebody. I don't know who yet. We're gonna work through the details of that. We'll have some media. We will have some media. Now Austin and his team are gonna be there. You know what I mean? We'll hopefully KJ's still with us and she can maybe go, but I'll have one of our student creators to go. We won't be doing any interviews like how we've done in the past. At least I won't be doing any of those, but I won't be able to make it this year. I know it's going to be great. And honestly, all I want to do is hear from Coach TC Taylor and hear from the 2 student athletes that we're taking. I really don't have any interest in listening to nobody else because I already know what's going to happen. I'm going to tell y'all what's going to happen on SWAC Media Day. Prairie View coach going to be the star because he's a sound bite waiting to happen. And media, that's journalistic gold. He's gonna be the star. They won the SWAC championship. Gonna have a lot going on. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. I'm gonna take my breaks, man. But no, I definitely I look forward to watching it just like you guys got it. I know you got it, man. I know you got. Listen, they're gonna have it covered every angle. They got it covered, man. I'm gonna sit this one out. Because I will be off the grid from July the 15th until that following Monday. So I won't be spending much time on the phone, none of that. You know what I mean? It'll be solely focusing on what it is that I'm there for, right? So yeah. But SWAC Media Day, July 15th, and it'll be covered on SWAC TV. Interesting, because this used to be covered on ESPN. So SWAC stepping up like that? Okay. All right, SWAC. I know that's going to piss a few people off, the people that don't like Charles McClellan. All right. Mm-hmm. The people that don't like Charles McClellan may not like that, Travis. I don't see ESPN on this graphic, man. Is it going to be on ESPN too? Oh, yeah, she's going to definitely be there, man. Go get that. I think Doc going to be there. No, Blue might be there. I'm pretty sure we're going to have quite a few that do the real, HBCU game, they'll be there. HBCU Go. All of them, man, they'll be there, But Coach TC Taylor will be there too. And whatever two athletes will be there. Austin and his team will be there. So the media is going to be great, man. I'm gonna really look forward to it. Coach O, yep, I'm sure he'll be there, but I won't. All right, let's keep it moving. All right, man, let's talk about some basketball real quick, man. First and foremost, man, listen, we're gonna spend a little time on this segment. Jack State men's basketball. Shout out to Coach Trey Johnson, man, starting to put together a really good roster. I think a really good roster. Has been a joy and pleasure to work with Coach Trey and his staff, and watching them assemble this championship roster bit by bit. Because the goal is for all things to dominate, right? And we are building a championship roster. That's the goal. Jack State win the SWAC championship in 2027. We're going to win the SWAC tournament. That's our goal. We're going to speak it. We're going to talk it. That's the goal. Win the SWAC tournament in 2027. That's right. That's right. Last time we won one was 20 years ago when our coach was hooping. First up, of the team. Now, we've had a lot of players to return. We do have – I won't get into that. That was already with us. You still got your Ebo. You still got Mikey Williams is still with us. You still got Kobe Butler. You still got Spank, Tamari Hoover. We got some guys. We got some guys, right? We got our big man. See, a lot of folks don't know. Tyler posted him on and you guys might have met him at the spring game. Dorian D.O. I'm gonna just say that the big man. Shout out to him. But he joined us in January. Of course, he obviously wasn't gonna play in when he got to the school. So the objective is for him to play in the next season. That's our big man. That's our 5. So you're not gonna see him, really on the roster right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't think we'll get an updated roster soon when the roster is complete, when everything is on the up and up, when the season's getting ready to get geared up. But that's kind of where we are. So what Coach Trey has been able to do is take what he has from a roster remaining standpoint. You know, out goes Deshaun Ruffin, out goes Devin Reed, out goes Rayvon Thomas, out goes DT Thomas, out goes Jamie Mitchell. You know, we got out goes Dorian McMillian. But breaking news today, we're gonna talk about it. But before we get there, you know, first commitment under Coach Trey Johnson, DJ Davis. If you haven't seen this young man play, go check him out. Go check him out. I'm telling you, he's a baller, man. He's a baller coming to us from, you know, he played for Coach Darren Wilson, who's now on the staff at Jack State. An amazing punk. He's really a combo guard. He can play the 1 and the 2, plays with amazing poise, great defense. We talked about him on the show, but DJ Davis coming in 6'3", you know, right at 6'3", can handle the rock, shoot the rock, score. He's a 3-level scorer, you know what I mean? Can do everything that he can do, you know what I mean? So I see him projecting as potentially that, you know, a point guard for us. And yeah, man, it's gonna be good. If you watch his film, trust me when I tell you, you're gonna like you're gonna definitely like what you see with this young brother, man. I'm telling you, he's a baller, man. He's an absolute baller. So I just wait. I want you to shut up. Hold on just a second, y'all. All right. Because I got something on the show here in just a minute. All right, man. But we talked about DJ Davis. Next up, man, we got a commitment. We got a big man. I know we've been very much so desirous. And shout out to Liv Antilla, Liv for Hoops. She's been killing it. I would say she's the guru of HBCU basketball, you know, guru, but she's doing her thing, man. She's doing her thing. When it comes to reporting and keeping up with HBCU basketball, men and women. You know, I follow her page a lot because she's always on top of it. But our next commitment came in over the week since our last show. Brother Jaden Williams transferred from Incarnate Word, 6'9". He really about 6'10". That 6'9" he's 6'9" and a half with shoes off. And you don't play basketball with shoes off unless you know what I'm saying, you country out there in the woods or something, you know, like back in the day. You put shoes on, he basically is 6'10". He's a big frame, super athletic, 57 blocks his freshman year. Had a little attrition last year, got banged up a little bit, but was able to shake through in his sophomore season and wanted an expanded role and sought another opportunity, man. And we feel we definitely had a need in that particular. Gary got his arm looking all slinky. Oh, he long, man. He long, bro. That ain't the graphic, bro. That's really him. Like, he's big, bro. He got a big NBA. He's 6'10", dog. 6'10" and 6'10", a legit 6'10". And coming out of high school, he's a 3-star ranked athlete, who's top 15 in the state, man. Known for his athleticism, length around the rim, and protection, you know, instincts and timing, man. So when you talk about Jalen Williams, you talk about getting a true, really a 4. He can play the 4 for us. He can play the 4, and he gives us a lot of versatility in that particular aspect. So can stretch the floor for us because of the way we'll be able to play it. You can kind of mix in the lineups a little bit. All you got to do is go to his Instagram page, Jaden Williams, and you can check out his highlights. But I absolutely love this pick because we needed to get bigger. I thought we weren't very big last year. When you go back to the 2 big system that we played 2 seasons ago, with Romel Mansell and Big Shannon Grant, that was a recipe for success for us. Matter of fact, it was we really should have won the tournament. You know, we just fell short in the end. We got banged up, the roster got shrunk, and you know, down goes Kevion, down goes Jamie Mitchell. Man, it was tough, you know, to lose that close. It was right there. We had it in our hands and it slipped away. Just ran out of gas in the end. So getting Jaden in with the roster that we have, you got to think about it. What Coach Trey Johnson and his staff has been able to do is find the right pieces to come in and maximize what we currently have. That has been the goal. We got to go get the things that we need. And you can't have everybody that want to score the ball. You got to have some junkyard dogs, some big man that's athletic. He's a lob threat. You get what I'm saying? He got some moves on the inside. He's gonna get you some rebounds. He's gonna block shots. He's gonna play defense, and he gives us that size that we need on the inside, man. And that right there, you can't teach 6'10", man. You just can't teach 6'10". You know what I'm saying? You can't teach 6'10", and hell of a pickup for the Tigers, man. So we want to welcome Jaden to the family. We've done it on Twitter already, but we want to officially welcome on the live show, man. So if you haven't checked him out, go to his page, go check it out. I'm telling you, he's a dog, man. He's an absolute dog. Now, on to this next one. Now, this next pickup that we got made me really happy. Made me really happy, man. You know what I'm saying? So next up, we got brother Rashad Bolden, man. Hometown kid, man. You know what I'm saying? Hometown kid, son of a legend, Randy Bolden. You know, y'all know who Randy Bolden is. Randy Bolden played. He was a legend in the SWAC, played at Texas Southern. You know what I mean? Rashad Bolden, scoring machine. You're talking about a 6'1" guard that can absolutely fill it up, man. I'm talking about can absolutely fill it up. He can score. He was actually one of the top scorers in D2 last year at Mississippi College. Averaged about 20. He averaged 24 points a game, and he went to Central Arkansas. Got banged up first couple of games, I think in the third game of the season, and decided to sit out because it was the last year eligibility, so he didn't want to waste it. Kind of didn't like the situation, you know what I mean, and saw an opportunity that was a little different than what he had going on. So if you haven't seen Rashad Bolden play, listen, man, an absolute scoring machine. I think I posted on Twitter when I saw him, when he committed, that this young brother here has the potential to be SWAC Player of the Year. He got that kind of potential because he can come in the SWAC and light it up. Let's check out a couple of his highlights if you guys don't mind, man. Let's check it out a little bit. Let's check it out. So if you haven't seen him play, man, we talking about an absolute bucket. We're talking about a bucket. This is when he was at Mississippi College. Just like I said, 3-level score. He can pull up from the tray ball. He can penetrate. Look at, got that jelly. You know what I'm saying? Got that jelly. He can shoot the three. Bam. You know, again, in basketball, skill set translates. No matter what level you're on, if you can get buckets, you can get buckets. You can get buckets, you can get buckets. A lot of times, kids, some opportunities don't afford. He started off at USM. He was on the freshman Conference USA or Sun Belt, whatever conference. He was a conference freshman. He was on the all freshman team for the conference. Then hit the portal. I forgot where his second stop was. It don't really matter, but he wound up coming over to Mississippi College and just getting buckets, man. Who is this dude? Man, you don't get your ass off my screen. Come on, man. What's up with this? Okay. That was a quick commercial. I couldn't get that joke out, flexing and shit all on the screen. Get your ass off the screen, dude. All right, let's keep rolling, man. Again, just check him out if you haven't watched it already. Like I said, he can get to the paint pretty easy. He shoots amazing from the free throw line. So he's an absolute free. I mean, you need that guard, man, that could get to the line in critical moments of the game, can make tough baskets, and he's gonna be a threat, man. He's gonna be a threat. He's gonna take the SWAC by storm, especially after today's news. And we're gonna talk about that next. But I wanted to give you a quick highlights of this brother right here, man. And like I said, won 3 state championships in high school, and he's a winner, man. He's a winner. He affects winning by what he does on the court, and gonna do very well in Coach Trey's offense, man. He's chomping at the bit and salivating for how he gonna use him, man, and plays good defense. He just plays tough, man. Check this out. He on defense, right? Boom, give me that. Let me get that up out you, big dog. But he has that. He's got his daddy was the freshman of the year, and he was a 2-time SWAC player of the year. So he got it in his DNA, man. He got it in his DNA. So once he get in the SWAC, I think it's gonna happen quite naturally for him, man. I think so. Said, let me go to the comments. I ain't been looking. I'm trying to get a dude, man. He said, man, Shy torched us in high school. He don't miss no middies. Man, listen, the mid-range game is really starting to be like a lost art. I like the Thompson twins in the NBA. I've been watching the Lakers in Houston. I know they playing right now. The Pistons are. But the mid-range game, you can hit them middies, man. You can get a lot of buckets. Him and DJ Davis shoot that mid-range jumper, man, very well. Also, Dorian McMillian. We'll talk about Dorian. Dorian's on the way back to the house, man. He decided to stay put. I think that's great for us because I'm going to go ahead and pause this real quick. We're going to talk about this brother right here, man. Listen, I'm telling you, what made that signing with Rashad that much better is the fact that we were able to get Dorian McMillian back. Huge news today for the JSU Tigers. I mean, you're talking about the freshman, SWAC freshman of the year, one of the leading scorers in the conference. Snacks, what up, big dog? I see you out there. Let me get some of that bassa. What it do, big dog? No doubt, man. Yeah. I see you. His daddy ran. Oh, his daddy was a dog. No doubt about it. But listen, man, I'm telling you, what makes the two, like I said, we get size. So here's the thing. You get size. You get an absolute scoring machine. You know, we've seen that. We're used to that. You know, Deshaun Ruffin, 20-plus point per game, SWAC player of the year. I think Rashad got a chance to be that, and I also think Dorian got a chance. Listen, this team is going to get back someone. And here's what getting Dorian McMillian means for Jackson State. Dorian, like there you go. He gives us a long range ones and great athleticism. But you also get a young man who's a Jackson State Tiger already. He's already familiar. He's familiar with the system. He's very comfortable with Coach Trey Johnson. Wanted to stay put. Had opportunities. Oh, yes, indeed, had opportunities. Look, we had to make this work. Had to make it work. The staff got to – and look, it was a lot of conversations. I see you out there, Big Snacks. I see you, baby. Appreciate you, big dog. You know what I'm saying? Because this is good for the home team. Good for the home team. One of the best players coming out of high school. I think he was ranked the number 2, depending on who you were asking, number 1 or number 2 player. Coming out of the state of Mississippi, you're talking 60. But look, he didn't play the way he wanted to play toward the back end. Hey, listen, we know he pledged. Hey, take a little bit out you. But I know he feels like, hey man, I didn't perform the way I wanted to on the back end. But guess what? He back now, and that means everything for Jackson State because now you're talking about. Listen, if you when you think about it, DJ Davis, Rashad Bolden, and Dorian McMillian on the court at the same time. And then you got 2 twin towers in the paint. You can do something with that. You can do a lot with that. You can be very versatile. You can mix this thing up. So it's going to be exciting to see. No doubt about it. It was huge for JSU. It was very huge. You got somebody that he's a fan favorite. Very critical game. You know, what game was that he took over? Shit, Grambling. He sent Grambling home in the tournament. He started to see, and he started to get back to himself. I'm talking about took that game over. If you were watching the SWAC tournament game, Dorian McMillian got off. I think he got to 20 points, had 2 back-to-back. But he found his groove again. And I think he's going to play. So when you look at how he played, when you look at his freshman season, go back and look at the freshman season. Dorian played better with 2 bigs than he played with the small ball lineup. Because here's what happens. When you got those 2 bigs, those paint stuffers, easy kickouts, a lot of spot-up jump shots. So you're going to see him get put in a lot of situations that's going to get him a lot of buckets, man. And it's absolutely important for him. But let me say something, too. I got a point to why I wanted to talk about Dorian. I'm going to segue right here, if you don't mind. His partner right behind him. Eyes. Eyes. Uh-oh. Who you talking about, Kenny? Who you talking about? Oh, yeah, Coach Trey going to be a great coach. But let me say this, though. Let me say this. Let me tell you why the Dorian McMillian return to Jackson State is absolutely a chef's kiss. Let me tell you why. The reason why is because if you're paying attention to the NCAA will pass the 5-for-5 eligibility rule that's coming down the pipe. Next month, they will pass that. That's going to happen. So what that means is when they pass that rule, Dorian McMillian, who came straight out of high school, can play 3 years at Jackson State. Let's say he hit the portal next year. Hopefully he's gotten his classes to where he can actually graduate in 3 years. We don't know. Possibly. He could possibly do that. And if he transferred next year, he still got 2 years of basketball left. So it absolutely makes sense to return. Because listen, man, at a mid-major program, let's just say it what it is. There's a lot of money in men's basketball, in basketball, period. There's a lot of money in college basketball now. There's a lot of money in it, man, because the splits are not, when you take schools like VCU, St. John's, these schools that don't have football. So I mean, the lion's share of their money is going to go toward the basketball program because it's a revenue-generating sport. But when you talk about basketball, though, you're talking about 15 guys. In some schools, 13 scholarships, maybe? 13 scholarships, maybe 14. And not everybody's getting paid. Let's say everybody is getting paid. Max, you're talking 15 players. Max. You're talking 14, 15 players and let's say you got, a $2 million budget for basketball. I don't know. I'm just saying. Is that a fair number? If you just gave everybody, if you paid 14 players off a $2 million budget, that's $140,000 per player. That's just different in basketball. So what I'm saying is this. Money is different. You average 10 points a game in the SWAC. Imagine what your bottom line gonna look like if you get to 12, or you get to 13, or you get to 14. See, there's a lot of value in mid-majors. That's why we, you hunt for some D2 kids. Now I didn't get everybody. I think we did pick up another young man, Nick Williams from a D2. We got another big. He's 6'8", a 6'8" man. I just thought about that. I didn't put him down, but we did pick up another big. So we got Nick Williams, Nikk Williams. Go look him up, Nikk Williams. DJ Davis. You pick up Rashad Bolden. You pick up Jaden Williams. You get Dorian McMillian back. You get your one of your SWAC leading players. You get experience. You get leadership, and you get a player that wants to be present, wants to be in this system, wants to redeem himself. Don't like the way things ended because we ended the season very injured last year, coming back on with a vengeance, man. So I absolutely am excited about this for Coach Trey and his staff because now you got somebody with SWAC minutes, man. You got somebody with SWAC reps, with SWAC game minutes that have played. When you think about that's actually been on the team, you think about Spank. Dorian was a starter at one point. Most of his career at Jack State, he's been a starter. There's been some games that he didn't start, but most of the time he's been a starter. So that big game experience is going to be necessary because he's played in big games. We're going to have a tough, an absolute tough out-of-conference schedule. And Coach going for the gusto. I'm telling you, we're not cutting no corners when it comes to men's basketball. They go that schedule talk, right? But in men's basketball, it's a little different because you finna get paid, to go play these games. And Coach's mentality and philosophy is, hey, listen, if we playing at the rec center and ain't nobody got no name on their jerseys, you going to play against these guys like they just regular hoopers if you're at the rec. You ain't going to play like, oh, this is Missouri, right? Remember, we beat Missouri. We beat Missouri when we played them. I think, was it 71-70? 71-70 when Zeke Cook was on the team. Ken Evans, you know what I'm saying? We beat Missouri. So there's going to be some opportunity. We beat Arkansas State. We're going to have some opportunities. So getting the right pieces. You want this roster to look like what it needs to look like. You got a couple of trees. You got a 6'11". You already got Ebo, 6'10", 6'11", 6'8". Come on now. There you go. Stretch big. He can shoot away. Absolutely can. There you go, Kent. There you go. That's absolutely right. Stretch big, super athletic. Team going to be freakishly athletic. Now, we got another piece that we're trying to add. I was told we'll have an update by Friday. I know we got a backup plan just in case. But boy, oh boy, if we get this young brother, we're targeting a 6'7" wing that can shoot the three, score all different levels. He can drive, freakishly athletic as well. So this team going to be hella athletic. We're going to have a bunch of bucket getters. We're going to have a lot of height and size. And we're going to have some defensive guys as well. So I like the makeup of it. Like Coach said, we're going to pass the airport test. When the team is traveling on the airport and they got them bigs, we're going to look like a basketball team. We ain't gonna look like no JUCO squad. We're gonna look like a real team. You know what I'm saying? Not that we didn't look like a real team, but when you look at it from an aesthetics before the game is even played, you can kind of look at what other teams might look like versus what we look like. So coach had an idea for what he wanted to do. Getting Dorian back can change your whole recruiting strategy, because if you're able to get him, then you put everybody else on hold. Like, whoa, I get to keep one of my best players returning without question. So they go all in, made it work. He's happy to be home. Because I was like, bro, I know you ain't gonna play at Capital like that. Come on now, y'all there, you strolling and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then you want to leave? Come on now. You know you want to stay. I'm gonna stay now. Come on home. That's gonna stop playing. You know what I'm saying? It goes back to that campus life, what we talked about, man. Enjoying your college time, man, but also being a actual factor on the team, man. So comfort matters, man. Comfort matters, and I think he's very comfortable with the role that he's gonna play. I think he feels like there's an even greater opportunity, because when you think about it, the reality of the matter is this: if you didn't get the offers that you like, that don't mean you got to stay in the portal. If you got value, and listen, we're in a situation where coaches understand that. Coaches know when they got players that got value, and the coaches go. It's similar to Cam Salas. Cam Salas had value out there. He had 6 figures opportunities on the table, man. But that might have not been the opportunity that he needed, because at the same time, it's like, you know what? I got a little bit of time left, so I can go out here and come back and dominate. I can come back and dominate now. I come back and dominate. I get more opportunities. That's just how that works. That's how that works. So, man, we're excited to have Dorian back, man. Listen, man, I know he's happy that he have it all over, because I'm sure, man, anytime. I got you, baby. I got you. That's right. Let's do it. Yes, sir. Let's get it. But, yeah, man, that what'd you say? Kind of remind me of when Sprint came back and we want to celebrate. That's right. So this is the thing. I just want to say this. What are we talking about, y'all? We talking about NIL, right? So this is the thing. Every year, you're going to have to re-recruit your rosters. And this is different now. This is very different. A lot of these kids have opportunities that, listen, if you're an older player and this ain't your era, this is a little different now. So my advice to student athletes, man, make sure you got a good support system that's going to advise you the right way, because it's not just all about money. It's about fit. It's about being able to get on the court, being able to be put in a position to where you can be the most successful for your next payday. Right? And same in football. It ain't just about the money. It's also about the fit. Because at the end of the day, if you work this thing the right way, man, you can get paid every single year. You can come out this thing with a hell of a lot of degrees in education, and you can be set for life. In college, you don't have all that responsibility like you really shouldn't. I know there's some guys that got kids. There's some guys that's taking on burdens in their family. But this is what I'm saying. Theoretically, for the most part, when you're in college, you really ain't set. But I get it. I might get in trouble for saying this. College kids shouldn't have to bear the burden of their family. But I do understand that there's some kids that are going to come from some very tough socioeconomic backgrounds, man. So being able to get access to life-changing resources will put that burden on you a lot earlier. I just would hope that get yourself some mentors or some folks that's able to put you under their wing, man, to be able to help you maximize the situation. Because there's a lot of situations out there when it comes to this NIL stuff, man. You got my man, what's my quarterback name? Sorsby, who just went to Texas Tech. My man just got checked in the facility for a gambling addiction. How is it that a college quarterback suffering from a gambling addiction? Because he got access to a lot of resources, and he wasn't mentally and emotionally mature enough to handle them type of resources. All these betting apps, FanDuel, all that stuff, man. It's all a part of it. What it do, Fred? How you do, babe? Be sure to take out them taxes. Yeah, no doubt, man. You got to take out. I always tell every athlete, man, 25 to 30%, man, put aside for taxes. Always, always, always. Trust me when I tell you, Uncle Sam always get his. Whether he get it now or later, he gonna get it. 2 things that's guaranteed in life. That's death and taxes. Don't ever forget that. So while you're getting that bag, make sure you're putting aside some for your responsibility. All right, let's keep it moving, man. Let's keep it moving. Even Miss Liv said something. Hey, listen, Liv for Hoop said JSU might be cooking a little bit. Dorian McMillian is withdrawn from the portal and returned to play for Coach Trey Johnson. A great re-addition to the backcourt. He'll be one of the top returning scorers in the SWAC and was the 2024-2025 SWAC Rookie of the Year, man. So big news for the Jack State men's basketball team. Huge win. Now we got one more piece to put. We got one more infinity stone to drop in that thing, man. And Coach gonna be like Thanos, man, out here. That's what one more piece. And I like his target. I like the guy he's targeting. I like who he's targeting, man. And hopefully we get a commitment from him because the kid is a dog. He really is. He's a dog, man. So I won't touch on that anymore because we don't talk about them until they become Tigers, man. Because we might get one of these other coaches the idea to go after them, you know. But I hope we can land him because that roster is gonna be beautiful if we get him. And if we don't, we'll go get somebody else. It's that simple. We got time. We got time. All right, let's talk about the NCAA. We've been talking about it for the most part, but there's a lot of changes coming down the pipe. And we just talked about this. We talked about why this would benefit someone like a Dorian, right? So the NCAA president, Charlie Baker, told ESPN today that he's pretty optimistic that the new age-based eligibility proposal will happen. This is going to happen, y'all. So listen, if you are a parent that has a kid that is not in college yet, that is a athlete, these are the types of things you want to be in tune with. You got a nephew, a cousin, somebody that's playing athletics, that's an athlete, that's playing a sport. I see you, Jared. Hey, but no, this is what you want to know. So they're going to a new age-based model. Now, there's a lot of things that's about to change with this because I hope y'all didn't think that that these players was going to get all this money and the big boys wasn't going to put something in place to protect them and protect their assets because they're investing at a high level when it comes to this money thing, right? So, again, this new age-based model eligibility proposal will happen. So the D1 board of directors met today and will recommend to not implement the rule retroactively for graduates and those that have exhausted their eligibility. It is not going to go backwards. So if you are a senior that was waiting on this rule to take place, don't find you something else to do. Get you a job, try to go pro, whatever you're going to do. It's time to get to the professional life. Now, what they're doing this for is because they've been getting sued out the wazoo for them waivers. And this is going to eliminate waivers. This is what they're trying to do because it's better to just say, look, I'm going to give you 5 years. You can stay in college 5 years and play 5 years. And I'm going to talk about a particular student athlete that's on our team that actually is going to benefit this. I know we talked about Dorian, but I'm going to touch on him as well because this is a great rule, right? So if you've used up your eligibility, you've used it up. That's what Charlie Baker said. And basically, that's the reality of it, right? The age-based eligibility that's been discussed by the D1 cabinet will give athletes a window of 5 years to compete. Immediately after high school, you get 5 years. Remember, it used to be 4 years. You get 5 years to play 4 seasons. That gave you a freshman red shirt. They gave you an opportunity to sit, develop, and do whatever you need to do. Now, this is going to be strategic for schools like us. We already recruit freshmen, and we play freshmen at Jack State. If you're good enough to get on the field, we're going to play you. But this also, you don't have to worry about managing red shirts anymore because at this point, you got to try to maximize that talent. If you just sitting there and you ain't playing, there ain't no more red shirts, dog. You're going to have to work a little harder to get on the field your first year. Because if you just holding a helmet, it's over with. It's just that simple. Just that simple. So listen, it says the eligibility immediately after high school graduation or your 19th birthday, whichever one come first. So if you're 19 first, you know there's a lot of holdovers. You got kids that be graduating at 19 because they got held back in the 3rd grade or the 8th grade. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know. Travis Hunter was a holdover. That happens a lot. A lot of people don't know that. So what you have happening is you have older kids that's playing against younger kids. You might have a 19-year-old playing against a 17-year-old. It happens all the time. Both of them seniors, but one of them held a holdover, a little bit bigger, a little bit stronger, a little bit more experienced. And that's how they get them 4, 5-star rankings. And you're going to start to see that even more so now, because that holdover culture is going to elevate even more so because there's so much money in college athletics now. Hell, if you didn't watch the draft, hell, Peter Woods, the 5-star defensive lineman, went to Clemson, bought his mama, sister, everybody named mama a Maserati at his draft party. People like, oh, man, he already spent his money. I said, no, that dude spending NIL money. That dude was rich before he even got drafted. That's how I go. So the next full D1 cabinet meeting is going to be May 22nd. I'm telling y'all right now, by the end of May, it's going to be 5 for 5. That's what it's going to be, where this could potentially, but not certainly be voted on. So you're going to see it happen. It's going to happen. They just had to establish where they're going to allow the old seniors, the current seniors to be grandfathered in, which many people have had opinions about it, saying they should allow those kids because that class of 22 class kind of got screwed with the COVID year. With the everybody got that COVID year, so there was that log jam, and now they trying to flush that out the system. So they saying, look, if you ain't, it is what it is. Tough titty, it's on you. Now inside that rule, I'm telling y'all, I'm paying attention to everything that they drop because it's gonna affect us. Not that we're gonna be doing it, but you got to know this stuff, and our coaches would know this. But tucked in, Andy Staples said, tucked under the NCAA release about a 5-to-5 play eligibility is this little gem, a proposal for a tampering enforcement. The structure where the school that got the player has to provide information that it did not tamper. So if you get accused of tampering, you are guilty until you prove yourself innocent. That's the reality of the rule. Because guess what happened? Ole Miss had a situation. Ole Miss had a situation where they got in a situation with Clemson and with the linebacker. Y'all remember that? For those who keep up with it. So basically what this is this. This is what this rule says. Basically, players can't be blocked from the portal unless they agree to it in a deal. So what you're going to see happening is at these big schools, kids going to go play, but they're going to get locked into these agreements. And it's going to be, hey, look, man, coaches have had a right to deny a player to go to the portal if they sign up for it. Now, they can deny it, but they eventually not going to be able to block them. But what'll happen is if a coach feels like, hey, man, this player is being poached. This is D1 tampering. So trust me, what we always talking about, poaching. So listen, we got some coaches. Look, if we got a player that's killing it on the field and he ain't hit the portal yet, we have the right to file tampering charges on, let's just say, USM, because the USM coach jumped in our star wide receiver inbox, right? And now you got to provide that. You got to prove that you're innocent. I don't know how that's going to work, but that's just a little some extra in them rules, man. But anyway, moving right along. So that's the big boy stuff. Blue, where you at, man? Because there's been a lot of talk out there on the internet today, because now we're going to get to our level and the stuff that really affects us, right? I'm going to say this again. I'm going to spend a little time on this if y'all don't mind, because this is comical to me. Now, I'm going to put a disclaimer out here. Y'all know, I'm going to give a disclaimer if y'all don't mind. The disclaimer is, when we talk about scheduling, so Sam heard to go out, y'all know Sam covered FCS. He said there's nearly 70 FCS versus non-D1 games. Remember, we had the whole conversation. If you don't remember what I'm talking about, we had the whole conversation about the SWAC commissioner. Y'all remember that? SWAC has voted to eliminate football games against teams outside of Division I and II, starting in the 2027 season. So this year, if you got the East Side Puckets on your schedule, you kind of all right with it right now. But starting in 2027, they no longer going to be playing them games. They got kids. They had SWAC schools that are playing schools that didn't even have scholarships. MEAC school, whoever, everybody was playing them. But, FCS, HBCU teams playing these teams that we shouldn't be playing. So the SWAC said no more non-D1, D2 games. We done with that. So what that led to, it led to Blue Brother Herter. I think he wrote a report. It's on Hero Sports. I like the work that he do. He said Southern played Greater Mount Calvary for homecoming. Yeah, looked up Lincoln at homecoming is also head coach is also the AD. It sounded like, hey, listen, hey, look, man, I love this. I love this right here because it started. He said, "What's up, Dre?" Hey, I appreciate Dre too, man, because he be talking. Look, Dre be consistent with it. But this is the thing. So I'm gonna just read it and then we'll have this conversation. It says there's nearly 70 FCS non-D1 games in 2026. Recent divisions by the FCS playoff committee and the SWAC should result in this number lowering in the future. So he said non-D1. So in the non-D1 is also D2. It's also D2. Non-D1 is D2. NAIA, nothing A, whatever that may be. I don't know what them conferences are. So Blue broke it down. So non-D1 games by FCS conferences in 2026. Oh, Lord, boy. Why did the SWAC have to be number one? Because this is what I want folks to understand, because people have to understand that we over here at 1400 J.I. Lynch Street, representatives can also walk and chew bubblegum at the same time. Two things can be true at the same time. So when we're having this conversation, family, we are not saying that playing tough competition isn't important. That's not the point we're making. Because the point that I'm making is this. Although all of this is what it is, my comment was very simple. The SWAC and the MEAC is in a different world than everyone else. Because these other leagues, the NEC, the Pioneer, UAC, Southland, OVC, Big South, CAA, SoCon, Big Sky, all those leagues are FCS playoff leagues. Now, can a SWAC and a MEAC team get to the FCS playoffs? Yes, they can in a very unique situation. But those leagues are playing solely to get to the FCS playoffs. Now, what I said was, none of this shit matters in the grand scheme for a SWAC or MEAC team because of what, family? Because we play for the Celebration Bowl. That's the reality of it. The Celebration Bowl. Now, follow me, because people think I'm saying something that I'm not saying. I'm just saying, when you make this thing black and white, whether you play 11 games or 12 games, them out-of-conference games are really fucking irrelevant. They're irrelevant. He don't want to compete. They weak. They want to play buttercups. Say whatever the hell you want to say. What I'm saying is, all of this shit is bullshit conversation. It's a talking point. And the brother Banks jumped on there. Oh man, you know, over here in the MEAC, we like to play tough competition because, you know, for bragging rights. I said you made my point, bro. You made my point. It's talking points. It's irrelevant in the grand scheme of things. Why is that? The HBCU national champion does not have an FBS school on the schedule. And they playing 2 D2s. And it's perfectly fine. It's okay. Yeah, they got the Citadel, they got Furman, and they got, I think, Charleston Southern. All FCS schools. Cool. They only got 5 MEAC games per season because it's a 6-league team. It's a 6-team league. The SWAC is a 12-team league. Got to play 8 mandated games, 3 non-conference games. It's up to the ADs how that works. Now, as a overall, it is important to try to continue to grow the brand of the conference. Yes, that is important. That is why the SWAC is saying no more non-D2 schools. And I'm saying to sit up here and say, like, we don't want to play D2 schools is really, it's a false equivalent because that's of course they are. They play literally the same. They got half the teams that we got, and they playing 9. We playing 18. 12 and 6. You see what I mean? It's the same thing. Now, somebody think that because I'm saying this, I'm trying to justify Jackson State playing 2D schedules. When it comes to Jackson State and our schedule, I have made this point on several shows. It don't matter who Jackson State play. Y'all still gonna find a problem with it, whether we play ULM, USM, La Tech, Texas State. It don't matter. Y'all want us to play North Dakota State, Texas State, ULM, and you want us to play South Dakota State. You know why? Because what you really want is you just want to see us lose. You don't care about the competition of Jack State playing no tough schedule. You folks just hate Jack State, and y'all want to see Jack State lose. It's just that simple. That's the basis of where y'all coming from on most of that stuff, because y'all know damn well the preseason don't matter. Because now here's what I did say. If the rules change, so will the schedules. Here's what I mean. In the grand scheme of what we strive for in our leagues, because I'm so sick and tired of folks trying to align themselves with a league that ain't for us. The FCS playoffs is not for the HBCU schools. Can we stop acting like it is? That's not our playoffs, y'all. It's not. The HBCUs, especially based off the draft, should probably do more like the Legacy Bowl and have its own shit. Oh, that's segregation. Who cares? Y'all already segregated us. Y'all already segregated us, because what they do is they say, well, unless motherfuckers just super special, you're not going to get drafted from HBCU unless you're just super special. You will. You got to be super special, but that's in every case. That's in every case. I ain't even got to the draft because I'm just really getting warm. I told you I got a lot to say. I got a lot to say. But I'm just saying. We just be yapping. Folks yap just what they want. It's built off, it's disingenuous rhetoric, man. Are we or are we not a Celebration Bowl league? Hope SWAC passed the rule that said non-conference game had to be. Still ain't gonna be. Why y'all play the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Raiders? You should have played the Buffalo. It's gonna be something, man. It does not matter, because there's a saying. Listen, man, stop wasting your time trying to engage in dialogue and make people understand something when they have already decided that they had, no matter what you say, they do not want understanding with you. They don't want it. They don't want it. Y'all don't want understanding. Y'all don't. And I'm saying all that, and I'm still saying strength of schedule is important. I'm not talking out of both sides of my mouth. What we have is, y'all have a comprehension problem. No, y'all don't. Y'all have a selective comprehension problem, because y'all understand exactly what's being said. Y'all just don't want it to be understood. So here's what I'm saying. Ain't nothing wrong with it. We're gonna play D2 schools. Alabama playing they playing Tennessee, they playing Chattanooga. The big bad SEC that had 87 players drafted. Alabama playing Chattanooga and gonna fold them up. Hey, listen, they're gonna beat the spikes off their damn cleats. And that's an FCS school. So if a P4 can play an FCS program, don't you come over here talking about a damn HBCU can't play a D2 school. I'm not trying to hear it. And we talking about the damn, whatchamacallit? Indiana. Hey, listen, coach said he don't give a damn. I love Signetti. Signetti, he ain't going. Shout out to, hey, Signetti ain't going, man. Because he, just saying, bro. So at the end of the day, we play who we play. We play who we play. Now, what scheduling in the SWAC and the MEAC is really, really about, what's really, really important is being able to generate revenue for your games, being able to have, appealing games that your fan bases will want to come to. That stuff is important. Are our fans going to be thrilled to come watch Tuskegee and Edward Waters? They should, because every game ain't going to be Southern. That's fake anyway. You either a damn fan or you not. You either gonna get your season tickets and show up to the stadium or you not. Every excuse that we had under the sun, the 9 or 10 games, has just about been taken away from us. You can't get a marquee game every single freaking game, man. You're not gonna do that. It's not gonna be that way. Every game is not gonna be FAMU and Southern, bro. It's not. It's not gonna be that. If Edward Waters is on the schedule, get to the stadium and cheer these boys on, man. All these damn couch coaches. It don't make no difference. Get to the game. Tuskegee is a blue-blooded HBCU, got several national championships. Oh, you talking about, no, every game ain't going to be okay. You want to celebrate Prairie View for having a tough schedule? When they get the damn Mario coins beat out their ass and they preseason, come back and talk to me. Y'all going to get them some consolation prizes and say, oh, man, you know, at least they played tough. Y'all played. No, what matters is winning and preparing. I'm sorry. I'm going to say that again. I made this point and I'm going to move on from this. Jackson State get everybody best effort. When we play Tuskegee and Edward Waters, them kids are going to come to Jackson saying we get to play Jackson State and they're going to play their behinds out. They're going to give everything they got. They'll give everything they got. Just like Alabama A&M, just like Alabama State, just like Alcorn. It don't make no difference who we play. Everybody going to circle the game against Jackson State. That's what makes us different than y'all. So we going to use our preseason strategically to get to the game that's most important, and that's the Celebration Bowl. So some of y'all ain't got no pathway to the Celebration Bowl because you got a terrible fucking program, and you just don't. We didn't beat PV and GSU. Again, stay focused. That's irrelevant in 2026. That's irrelevant. Everybody's 0-0. We don't run from that stuff. Man, we got our ass kicked by Grambling. Now, last year wasn't no butt whooping. We should have won that game, but we found a way to lose. It is what it is. Same way with Prairie View. You're talking to me about 2 games that was lost between the 3. It was a total of 3 points. So, again, it is what it is. Ain't nobody running from that. But ain't nobody talking about 2025 no more. That shit over with. It ain't going to help you. South Carolina State ain't talking about how many points they beat them by. They got a national championship, my guy. That's how that works. So that stuff don't bother me. Y'all just can't be Prairie View. Prairie View is not a goddamn premier program like that. Y'all just got a loudmouth coach that talk like they are. And that works in the marketing world. Y'all are, come on, man. Y'all been bottom of the barrel for a long time, dog. Y'all got some stuff. But nobody checks for PV. But them 12 folks who do that, and y'all do a good job of talking about y'all school, as you should. As you should. But in the grand scheme of the SWAC, man, y'all low tier when it comes to what the team. Man, y'all ain't on that level. I know that's gonna piss some people off. Come on, man. There's levels to this thing. You beating us 1 year don't mean nothing. Man, we're gonna lose to everybody in this league at some point. Yeah, we lost to Mississippi Valley in 2014, and our old coach left. Cummings left. I don't care who that is, man. Grambling fans, Southern fans, don't make no damn difference. It don't make no difference. Y'all ain't gonna win shit. Y'all, Jackson State is your Super Bowl. Mickey Joseph beat Jackson State, he get an extension. Boy, the mighty have fallen. Win 8 games, beat Jackson State. That's the ball with that Grambling now. That's the ball. Y'all did all them upgrades so y'all can win 8 games and lose the Bayou Classic. Come on, man. Come on, man. Hey, you better take your damn shoes off when you come over here, man. Take your shoes off and take that bass out your voice. It's levels to it. Y'all got to revert to that stuff. It ain't won you nothing. It haven't. SU back kicking in what world? You're the idiot. I'm gonna just leave you be. SU back kicking JSU, but in what world? In what seat? What win? We about to be 8 in a row. We gonna Falk around and find out when he come to Jackson. I was just down there in Louisiana talking to my boy Garrett. Shout out to Garrett, man. He good sport. He'll tell you, y'all ain't got no quarterback. Southern ain't got no quarterback. And shout out to Trey Holly, man. Trey Holly got cleared. I'm happy for the young man. One of the best running backs in the league. Kid gonna be a problem. Now that's who the problem is right there. That little young fella who run the ball for him is pretty good. He run the ball pretty good, man. Holly's solid. But y'all ain't got no quarterback. What, y'all gonna run Wildcat? Man, it might be. Nah, I don't know. I'm just saying. He said, fucking California. You don't want to be over there? I ain't trying to get south. Y'all make me get off the point, man. I gotta reel this in. But no, man, in the end, this is what I'm saying. And I'm being serious when I say this. The goal for all HBCU schools in the D1 level is the Celebration Bowl. Okay, if you want to end the Celebration Bowl, okay, cool. That's not going to happen. Not for the foreseeable future that we know of. I'm going to say this again. I think the SWAC and the MEAC should elevate the postseason aspect of this thing. Because if we ever start loving our own stuff more, not that we don't love it, I'm just saying, like, really invest in it, man, we can really take this thing to another level. You telling me a 14 league, a 14 playoff would be golden right now. It would be. Stop trying to fit in spaces that ain't built for you and made for you. Even if you do get a bid, you're gonna go on the road. You're gonna be at a disadvantage. It's just that simple. And schools like Grambling and Southern is not gonna change the Bayou Classic date. They're not doing that. So they're not playing for Grambling and Southern are playing, and Alabama State are playing for the Celebration Bowl. That's their only goal because of the way their season outlines. That's just how that goes. So the reality of the matter is, it can't be a league thing when all the member institutions can't have a definitive route to get there. So if that's what we're doing, if you're going to eliminate the Celebration Bowl and you're going to make the Bayou Classic not be played, make the Bayou Classic be played the weekend of Thanksgiving, right? All right, then maybe we can. All right, now strength of schedule matters now in the grand scheme of things. In the grand scheme of things. I'm not saying that strength of schedule doesn't matter. It does matter. I'm saying in the grand scheme of our goal, the MEAC has the best pathway to get to the Celebration Bowl. They don't play a conference game. They just have to have the best record in their 5-game conference schedule. So what they do the other 6 games is just merely about playing football and trying to compete. Now, if the second team in second place is good enough to get a postseason bid, so be it. But when the last time that happened? I haven't seen that in a while. So the SWAC is just a little different, though. I told you, there's 3 teams that ain't never going. Alabama State, Southern, and Grambling. They're not ever going to the FCS playoffs because they play on the same day in the weekend that the FCS playoff starts. So again, strength of schedule is more important to the teams that are not in the MEAC and the SWAC. Y'all knew this already. I'm just saying it. Feel like I'm beating a dead horse and we're going to move on from it. So when we say things like, look, what's important as a SWAC team is being the best record you can have out of those 8 games you play, because there's a lot of money tied to that, y'all. Raise your hand if you've hosted a SWAC championship. The shit is dope. It's absolutely awesome. Jack State has done it 4 times. We lost last time to Prairie View. But the 4 times we've done it has been amazing. It's been amazing to get a December SWAC championship game on your field. Is amazing. The atmosphere is outstanding. Oh yeah, it is. And if you haven't experienced that, hey, work harder. Try to get that. Right? Try to get that. Because last time I checked, it's been at Jack State the last, 4 out of the last 5 seasons. I don't remember who had it in 2023. Who had it in 20? FAMU did. FAMU did. They won a natty. FAMU did. So again, our world is a little different than these other leagues. So when we put those stats together, I would put an asterisk by the SWAC and the MEAC, because those, and put at the bottom Celebration Bowl leagues, because they're not playing for that. So he's saying just don't matter who you play. The SWAC already took care of that. The SWAC took care of that because they said no more. Jack State ain't playing none of them damn schools, man. Somebody gave an example. I think, 2014, we played Concordia or some shit like that. It's been 12 years since we've done that. So we're going to get a D2 in there. We're going to play Tuskegee again next year. Just so y'all know that. It's a 3-year contract. So you might as well get ready for it. and we're going to get paid again. See, we can play a D2. Our AD can go get a damn title sponsor and get paid six-figure check on top of the gate. And he can pay Tuskegee. So Tuskegee don't mind coming to Jackson 3 years in a row because they're getting paid for it. So when we play D2s, this ain't for just, listen, we can do different things over here. We can do different things over here. Now, again, I know they don't, but at the time it did. That's same as Lincoln. Lincoln about to not exist too. It might be some more school that was on some of these other schedules. Westgate or whoever that was, these high school teams and church league teams that these folks playing on their schedule. But now all of a sudden they get a tough schedule and now they the schedule experts. Well, you know, we should be only playing D1s. We are a D1 program. We shouldn't be playing other schools. Make your mind up, dude. Well, EA, we've been to the Celebration Bowl and the playoffs too. Won too. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. You know, whatever it is. But anyway, again, the fake, I ain't gonna say fake competition conversation. I'm just saying it's not as important as you like to make it, you like to think it is. It's really not in the grand scheme of things, because I can assure you, when we start league play, man, ain't nobody gonna care about it. Only way postseason, the preseason will matter is if you lost to somebody you supposed to beat. Nobody else gonna care about that, man. They not. When Prairie View beat us, it didn't matter that they lost to Rice. It didn't matter that they lost to UTRGV. Didn't make no difference. Lost to Alabama, it didn't matter. Because when you start playing for what your goal is for, that's why all the bragging rights is, and there's money involved in that, folks. It's money involved in that. It's money in that. Going to the FCS playoffs, why the hell y'all keep bringing that up to begin with? That's not a disrespect to the FCS playoffs. It's just saying that's not our stuff. That's not for us. That's theirs. And if we can't do what we trying to do in our world, and we're good enough to possibly get a bid, all right, we'll have that conversation. But that's not to poo-poo what they got going on. It's just to say, hey, man, we're in a different lane. That's all. That's all. That's all. That's all I'm saying. All right, man, let's get on to this draft, man. Let's get on to this draft. Listen, man, NFL draft, man, come and go again, right? You know, Jack State said, well, we got 3 the hard way. Shout out to HBCU Game Day and Light On for the graphics. I always want to make sure I get credit where credit is due. This one is AI because I don't know who the hell that is, number 2. That ain't Janae Dupree. But nevertheless, I don't think it is. I don't think that's him. But anyway, y'all get it. But nevertheless, man, I listen, that 2022 team that didn't win the Celebration Bowl was loaded with talent, man. Oh my goodness. Off that team, man. 4 draft picks, man. Shout out to Kevin Coleman for getting drafted. Congratulations to him. You know, once a Tiger, always a Tiger, man. So we got us another one, Dad. We claiming if you ever put a Jack State Tiger uniform on in your college journey and you get to the league, we claiming it. That's another draft pick for Jackson State. Yes, sir, it is, right? And listen, man, he was the SWAC freshman of the year. Left Jack State, went to Louisville, then went to Mississippi State, and he finished up at home in Missouri, and he just got drafted by the Miami Dolphins, man. Proud of him, happy for him. Boy got the tat and everything. Kevin Coleman Jr. Man, yeah. Isaiah Bowling got drafted in 23. Travis and Shador got drafted in 24. Hey, man, it's beautiful, man. Yeah. Oh, no doubt. They definitely claim us. They definitely claim. They none of these young men have not claimed us. They've always represented, and we're proud of them, man. But listen, I'm gonna talk about this draft, man. Let's talk about it. Let's move on. Let's move on to our guys, right? Our guys from this season, man. First of all, I've congratulated every last one of these young brothers individually, and unbelievably proud of them. You know, we start with Janae Dupree. Janae Dupree, he's gonna be joining 2 up there, man. Going over to Cleveland for the Cleveland Browns. Yeah, James Houston was in 2021. We was talking about the 2022 team. No, just the 2022 team. We weren't talking about everybody. The 2022 team had, James Houston wasn't on that 2021 team, the 2022 team. He had already got drafted. So he's in that number. But Jack State has had a lot of activity going on because the program has been dominant. So let's talk about it. So Janaylin Dupree gets signed. He was the first one off the board. Let me tell you guys something, man. And I'll just say that, listen, Janaylin Dupree got signed. Jeremiah definitely thought he would have got an undrafted free agent contract, but he got a camp invite. It's going to be a little bit more of an uphill battle. When you get those camp invites, you got to go prove your worth. I know Minnesota really likes Jeremiah. I know he's definitely chomping at the bit. He posted it. I'm gonna just show him. Just show him, man. Legacy guy. One of the best defensive linemen in the FCS in the country. Had a stellar career. Quincy Ivory, man, got a camp invite. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. SWAC Defensive Player of the Year, Newcomer of the Year. Didn't get drafted. Got a camp invite. Didn't get signed as an undrafted free agent. The General, Kobe Morgan, signed with the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Hey, man, I'm proud of Jacoby. Congratulations to all these young men. So let me say this, man. So there's a lot of dialogue, man, that came as a result of the draft, bro. A lot of it, you know. And the question remains, man, like, is the NFL unbiased or biased or what have you to HBCU players? So let me say this, man. And this is, I want if we got some brand ambassadors out there, I gotta have, let's have a real conversation, fam. Let's have a real conversation. And this some of y'all might disagree with this. We have to be honest about being, I'm gonna talk about the international dude. I get it. The young brother from Nigeria, the 6'5", 309, 37, 307, they'll play football. I get it. There are two things that you must have, man, that has to happen. And more than that, I'm just saying two of the main ingredients that has to be that way in order to get drafted in the NFL, get signed, or get an opportunity. Number one, you got to be dominant, man. You got to be special. You got to have a dominant season wherever you at. You got to dominate your league, man. And number two, you have to have characteristics and traits that translate, that are coveted by the scouts in NFL teams that's drafting during the season that you're coming out of. It's like 250-some spots, man. And you got thousands of college kids coming into the NFL draft to get funneled into an opportunity on a 53-man roster with 30-some teams. The numbers are very limited in the NFL. You got to dominate, man. Can you get drafted from the HBCU? You damn right they can. You can. Yes, you can. We just showed you. Listen, James Houston got drafted from Jack State. So did Isaiah Bolden. Why did James Houston get drafted? Look, the Kobe Durant got drafted. Tari Carr got drafted. But I'm going to go back to young man that got drafted last year. Was it Carson Vincent? It's not true, bro. They take a look at him. Look, I'm not emotional. Joshua Williams from Fayetteville State, whatever. Listen to me, y'all. And I said this. The window is very small to get drafted or get to the next level, man. Very small. One thing about this brother right here. Listen, man. When you walked on the field, y'all, pardon me. Can I cuss just one time? This motherfucker right here, man. When you went to the damn Gulf Coast Challenge and we played against, everybody in the stadium knew that dude was a dog. Everybody knew he was. He was nasty. He was 6'7", 300 plus. And he was a damn, not only was he a bulldog, but he was a dog, man. We were watching the offensive lineman. It was nasty, man. The dude, it was something to behold, man. So listen, I have relationship with these players, man. I'm telling y'all, if you want to get to the next level, you have to dominate. If you're going into the league from Jackson State or any other HBCU, you gotta be dominant. You gotta take this shit serious, man. If you want to go, have you ever been around pros? These dudes are freaking maniacs, man. They train like warriors. It's different. You think being SWAC good is just gonna get it. It's not. It's not gonna get it. I'm telling y'all, it's not gonna get it because the game has changed. I don't know if y'all paying attention, but the game has changed. It has. What's happening? Oh my goodness, man. You gotta look at it. So even the teams that didn't get, Colorado didn't have no draft picks, Syracuse, Purdue, Virginia. Why am I naming those 4 schools? I'm gonna tell you why. A lot of our players left, not just last year, but players left and went to the Colorado, to the next level. What's my man, Jamar Taylor? Dog. The running back, right? I understand that. That ain't the conversation that I'm having. That's not what I'm telling you. See, you gotta listen, bro. See, because what you finna do is take me down a path. I ain't got there yet, EA. That statement that you just made, my brother, does not negate what I'm saying to you. That's low-hanging fruit, bro. That's low-hanging fruit. My man that left North Carolina Central that was dominating, went and played running back for him, did not get drafted at Virginia. They didn't have no draft picks. We just had 2 running backs that just left and went to the Travis Terrell went to what? Purdue? No draft picks. Amar Miller just went to Syracuse? No draft picks. None. So just because you leave in the FCS and go to the FBS level does not mean that you're still going to get drafted. Bro, you have to be dominant, bro. And I'm not saying that every player that's dominant is going to get drafted. It's a luck of the draw, man. I'm telling you. Now, is there some bullshit in the game? It's a political league. Hell yeah, some bullshit in it. Yes, of course it is. Without question, it's some BS. You want to play in the league or not? I understand that. So at the same time, so what's going to happen is kids going to do what's best for them. But I'm just telling you, you had some FCS players that got drafted. It wasn't as many as it was past, but I'll say this. I'm just talking about the undrafted free agent market. It's when you go. It's what the teams need. And I'm going to say this. Who's the best wide receiver on Jack State roster last year? Who's the best one? Nate Rimmer. You can say Nate Rimmer, right? Say Nate Rimmer. Jalen Dupree, statistically, was not our best wide receiver last year. But on the pro day, that boy has some attributes and traits. Not only does he have NFL DNA, Dupree, Mississippi, Philadelphia, Mississippi. Come on, man. Daddy, grandson, come on, man. The boy ran a 4.3. You can't teach 4.3. You can't teach 4.3. They said, you know what? I could use that. He got signed because he ran a 4.3, y'all. What did I say? You have to have attributes and traits that somebody wants. Now, I'm just telling you. I'm just saying. Now, again, Jeremiah, dominant. I think he's going to make a roster. Give it a fair chance, Jeremiah, because his work ethic is going to be there. I think he's going to make a roster. But are there some attributable makeups about Jeremiah that when you talk to the scouts and talk to some of the things that's some things that's kind of going against him. He stayed. I get it. I understand all. He stayed in Jack State. Is that I get it. I understand that. There's a political game in that. I do. But there's an opportunity. Could their year have been better? What I'm saying is this. We got a lot of players, man, that do just enough to be good on our level. I see it every day. And then you say you want to go to the I was at the I was at the pro day. How you leave and come back not ready to roll? Some guys left and came back heavier than they were. I was also at the pro day when Robert McDaniel didn't get drafted, but Robert McDaniel still led Washington Commanders. Still got a helmet, still got a locker. Robert McDaniel looked like a physical specimen when he was at that damn pro day. Them folks was there to see Robert McDaniel. They didn't really care about nobody else. They were trying to see that boy that wore number 3. Because that boy right there, 6'3", he chiseled like a brick house. Hold on. You say what? He ran a who? 4'8" don't get you to the league. The 4'8" don't get you drafted out of running back, dog. Now 4'8" don't get you drafted, dog. Hopefully he make a roster. Now, he's a good running back now. He's solid. Might get you to the UFL. I know we want to. I get it. I've been on that train, man. It's us against the world. It's this. It's that. No, fuck all of that. I'm putting that aside right now. I'm just talking facts and data. Carson Vincent got it drafted. Motherfucker was a dog, man. Got to the Senior Bowl. Had a conversation with some players. Hey, man, you want to smoke all day? You want to put bullshit in your body? You want to train when the coaches tell you to train? The pros aren't doing that. They train like warriors, man. If you want to get to that next level. I'm saying this, you're talking to a former athlete that walked away from it because I looked at what they were doing, and I looked at what I was doing, and I said, I don't know if I want to do that like that. Yeah, I think that's it for me. This is a different level. It's a different level. I'm just telling like it is. So if they say, okay, if they have these sympathy, if the NFL have a sympathy draft, well, they're going to draft a couple of HBCU. You better be that best one. You got to dominate, man. You got to dominate. I don't care. When we get done with the Saab, it's us against the world story, you still got to do the work. That's my point. You can't keep giving these folks, stop letting folks off the hook, man, and making excuses for piss poor work ethic. And I'm not saying that with nobody. Come on, Blue, talk to me. Man, 4'6" ain't getting you to the NFL, family. That young man right there walked in that damn field and he ran a 4'3", and that's all everybody talked about. Because he ran a 4'3" and he got signed. That's some money. I never do he make the roster? I don't know. I hope he do. I texted him and said, man, you got a son? Remember what I told you. You put that bullshit aside, get away from them folk that don't mean you nothing, and you lock in and you focus on your craft, man, and you do what God gave you opportunity to do, man, and make us proud. Got you, big bro. That's when our brand ambassadors, all of them are brand ambassadors. All of them. You can't cheat the process. I told Nate, I made that very clear. I'm going to tell you what I told him. Boy, you get on that field and you got 1,000 damn yards from receiving and you run a 4'3", you're going to the league, dog. You're going to the league. I'm telling you that, even at his size. Somebody got to tell your kids the truth, but you can't sit around. And I ain't talking about him. I ain't talking about nobody. I'm telling you, I know what goes on. We up close and personal dealing with these kids, man, mentoring them and everything. But some of them listen, your talent is only half the battle. You can't lay around and smoke weed all damn day, putting shit in your body, slowing down your recovery, not eating right. The coach got to tell you when to go work out. There's some kids out there on that Jack State field right now that coach don't ever tell them what to do, and they can't. You got to damn near make them get out of the field. Telling you what it is. I'm telling you what I know. If you want to be a pro, now if you just want to be a good college kid, by all means. By all means. By all means. Come on, man. Listen. The only reason I brought up Carson Benson is because that boy was a maniac on that field, man. And he was 6'7". You can't teach 6'7" on the offensive line. You can't do it. I'm just telling you. I know what's being said. I know I'm watching it. I'm watching it. The work ethic ain't there, man, for some of our kids, man. They just not there. Hey, man, when you get in this off season, man, go get with some of these FBS guys, man. You can do it from the FCS level. Now, or you can go, listen, you can hit the portal. Watch this, y'all. Watch this. You know why I don't worry about the portal? Because just because you go to said FBS school, that don't mean you're going to get on the field. Blue, where you at, big dog? Tell him. You got to get on the field, family, and you got to play and you got to dominate. D2, D1, FCS, HBCU, Power 5, G5, you have to dominate your league. You got to be the top dog. It's not enough spots for good players. You got to be great at something. You got to be special. Because man, that person didn't have the stats. Now, I am not saying that there ain't no political stuff. Yeah, the big man that was over there at Georgia that wasn't playing that much. That don't mean he wasn't a part of Kirby Smart's system. And one of them coaches that's over there said, hey, man, I got a good kid that can be a great practice player for you. This is his situation. Go ahead and bring him in and sign him. Okay, we're going to go ahead and draft him. Eric Hunter should have been drafted. Should have been. But let's be real. A lot of FCS players and even some FBS players. Do y'all know that Diego Pavia, the quarterback for Vanderbilt, who was the Heisman runner-up, he didn't even get drafted. The boy finna go to the CFL. Come on, man. No, and see, EA, you listen, man. I ain't trying to hear that shit, man. I get what you're saying, bro. And I'm not saying you're trying to have we're not having that conversation, bro. I've already covered that part. So here's the reality of it. I told y'all. I got black children, bro. There's a lot of things, there's a lot of elements that my black children, when they walk out in the street, they got to deal with certain things that are certain elements in this world, bro. I still have to be a parent to make sure I'm putting the right stuff in this child to make sure when they go out there, they know how to conduct themselves and comport themselves in a manner so they can get back home. We can't change the elements, bro. Do you want to go to the league or not? Yes, it's political. Every last one of them owners don't look like us. You want to go to the league or not? There's a lot of money up there if you do. But guess what? If that's what you want to do, you're going to have to be better than everybody else. You're going to have to stand out. You're going to have to be special. You're going to have something that they want. You're going to have to. Robert McDaniel didn't get drafted, but he's on the team. He getting paid because he's 6'3" and he built like a damn He-Man. And he had speed. He had all the measurables. He hit the metrics. Yes, it's political. It's their league. You don't have to go to the league, though. You don't have to. We can't change their rules, bro. I don't have a desire to go. All right, first of all, I can't go. I never had a desire to go to the NFL. I'm just saying for those who have that desire, man, them folk don't owe you nothing, man. We got to get out of this victim mentality and stop excusing piss poor work ethic, man, and bad behavior. Thinking that you're going to be able to. No. You know what your mama told you? I'm sorry. Love you, Travis, but I'm going to tell you something. The conversation in my house was a little different. Hey, man, you can't be Blue in the chat. It's all good. I'm just telling you. Hey, Blue, I couldn't be equal to you when it comes to out there in the real world, man. Because if I got the same thing Trevor got, Trevor gonna get the edge because of the society that we live in. I'm about to say socioeconomic. The society that we live in. We've grown up in the Bible Belt in the South. There's a bunch of bigots around. That's why certain political climates have brought some of this stuff out, because a lot of that stuff been laying in people. Then when Obama become president, people really start showing their true colors, because they let stuff superficial like skin color disrupt them. I don't make the rules of this. This is God's world. You have to know that you're not the flesh that you see in the mirror, that you're a spirit being. My preacher told me, look, if you're tired of dealing with black problems, stop being a black man. Now that's gonna throw somebody, gonna go over your head. He said, be a spirit being and look to God. He'll fight your battles for you. But that's another conversation for another day. I live by that. I can't change the ignorance that's inside of somebody. I have to discern and understand what I'm dealing with. And I, as a president of this collective, as a mentor to these young men, as a friend of the program, would be doing them and their coaches talk this way too. Talk to Coach O. They gonna tell him what's real. Look at Phil, like we go back like Phillip Webb. They told him, bro, you need to come back another year. They're gonna give you the grade. They're gonna listen. Jackson State had a pro day. Every year we're gonna have a pro day. Our coaches are gonna put our players in position because the NFL know they got a good program down there in Jackson. They're gonna go down there and see Coach O and Coach TC Taylor. They're gonna go see what they got going on. So if we got talent on that field, the scouts are gonna be there. And if something is special is on that field, you're gonna get a chance, man. But I'm sorry. I love you enough to tell you the truth. Some of these kids do not love this shit the way they say they do, because of how you treat your body, the way you work out, the way you don't work out. Lazy work habits ain't gonna cut it, especially not coming from this level. So EA, you're right. You can have that conversation, but you still gotta tell them the truth, man. Sitting there telling a kid that, oh man, it's us against it's a war against HBC. Yes. Then why don't you go further and say, hey man, since it's that way, you can't be equal to that man. You gotta go past him. That's why when you sit down with the Robert Brazils of the world, they'll tell you, hey man, I came in there to dominate. I didn't care if they was from Georgia, Alabama, you can't touch me. That's the mindset you gotta have. Now you can say, oh, I need to lead the HBCUs because I ain't gonna be able to go get drafted. You ain't gonna get drafted on the damn P4 roster neither if you just holding a damn helmet with a uniform on or being a special teams player. Your career gonna end, big dog. Your career is going to end when your eligibility is up. You got to be on the field. You got to be dominant. You got to be special. You got to be something that they looking for. You need a little luck. Luck is when what? Preparation meets opportunity. And shout out to the general who going to the CFL. Hope he make the team. Gonna be rooting for you. I need all their jerseys. I got to get me one. Come on, hold on. He said, my brother's the director of sports medicine around 15 years with the organization, FAMU alum. My dad taught him dominate in everything. That's our mantra at Jackson State. We must. We must. It is absolutely important. Coach might jump on me because I done forgot the damn quote. I'm going to make sure I get it right. You hold on. You hold your horses, big dog. I got you. Hold on. I got you, baby. The goal is to, in all things, dominate. You got to dominate your interviews. You got to dominate your work ethic. You got to dominate your recovery. People love to talk about LeBron. LeBron spent $1 million on his body. LeBron is a maniac, bro. It's a lot of kids around. It's a lot of parents around here that's part of the problem, bro, because you got everybody thinking that they're a pro, and it's just not that way. It's just not that way. Not everybody's a professional athlete, man. Your eating habits matter. Your sleep pattern matters. It does. You got to be different than everybody. And I'm sorry, dog. If you the big dog in the room, you better go find you a bigger pond to swim in. And I ain't talking about necessarily just going to the next level. I'm talking about when you train, the way you think. You got to lead the room and elevate the room, man. Make everybody elevate how they operate. Don't succumb to the bad habits of the crowd. I'm very specific with what I'm saying because I've had this conversation with a certain individual that's on our roster, and I mean that. I mean that because you got God-given ability, man. Don't mess up that opportunity. Don't blow that. Don't blow that. Don't blow that. You have a very small window to make you some money. And unfortunately right now, let's be real. There is no real there is no secret formula to this thing. The gig is up, man. There is no secret formula. You got to be special. It's just that simple. You got to dominate. And people say, see, that's why you got to have that tough schedule. I get it. Okay, if that's how you feel. If you feel like that's the only way it's going to happen, okay, cool. Shit, I'm going to go out there and what did Josh Williams do? Manuel Wilson still in the league, and he was at Elizabeth. Was not Elizabeth. What he was at? What the hell he was at? Was he at Fayetteville State? Where was Manuel Wilson playing at, Blue? I know he was at 2 D2s, wasn't he? Just signed with the Seahawks after leaving the Packers. Boy done had himself a good career. Fort Valley State. And I was at the was it the East-West Shrine Bowl? No, it was the NFLPA Collegiate Bowl. He was out there with Isaiah Bolden, the last one that they had. Alabama plays FCS teams every year and have 15 players. I'm just saying, bro. Listen, if you're good enough to go to Alabama, get on the field and play, go. Because some of these players have to understand. Listen, man, if you like, all right, I'm gonna go back to what Prime said. Let me listen. Y'all remember that conversation that Coach Prime had with James Houston? James Houston was a stand-up middle linebacker. And somebody argued me up and down, man. He got drafted because he was a stand-up linebacker, man. It still mattered. No, the hell it didn't. Because Prime told James Houston, if you was like that, you wouldn't be here. He was like, son, you have a gift that can get you paid, man. Just listen to me. We're going to bring you off the edge. And the man is still running off the edge, sacking quarterbacks in the NFL. He got drafted, y'all, from Jackson State. Isaiah Bolden, listen to me, y'all. Isaiah Bolden, what he had, 3 interceptions? But that motherfucker ran a 4.3. He ran a 4.3. He's 6'2", run a 4.3, kick return specialist. That's why he got drafted. It was 7th round to the Patriots. Me and Blue was on that damn on that show for about 5 hours, 5-6 hours, man, 7 hours, I think. We was on there all damn day. 4.3, get you paid. A 4.3 gonna get you paid, dog. A 4.4, hey, everybody, anybody running 4.4. You know why and somebody say, man, what about the big brute joker? Well, because they said they looking at this big old specimen. They like, man, I could do something with this dude. It's a compensatory. Look, it ain't even man. Listen, that was man. I was wore out after that stream. But this is what I'm saying. The guy had attributes, and they made the exception to where they trying to globalize the game. Y'all know that, man. Damn, they playing the Cowboys. Somebody playing in Brazil, ain't they? I think the Ravens and somebody playing in Brazil. They done had games in Mexico City, London, Berlin, Germany. They had games every damn where. So, yeah, they're going to make concessions because they're trying to globalize the game. They're trying to get Africa into the NFL. Because they know them Nigerians over there, boy. Them boys built a little different over there, man. He built a little different. They said, look, man, this joker right here run a 4.6. He 307. He 307 and look like a power forward, man. They could do something with that. They like, I can teach him the game. I'm going to simplify this thing, and we just going to teach him the skill set. He's a project. It don't cost a whole lot. I can work, but you have to have traits, attributes that they can use, that they feel is valuable to them. And you just need one team to love you. That's what you need. You cannot be. I'm going to give you an example of what I'm talking about. I'm going to name 2 players right now at Jack State that can get drafted from Jack State right now. I'm not saying there's not others. I'm not saying there are not others. I know how we do when we get like this. Number 1, Jared Lockhart. Jared Lockhart could get drafted from Jack State. On the trajectory that he's on. I know he's got a ways to go, but you look at skill set. 6'6". He's only going to get stronger. Faster, bigger, stronger, with a cannon of an arm. He's only going to get better. Does he finish out at JSU? I don't know. That to be determined. But I know he's going to stand to benefit from that new rule. I know we talked. I know Pops may be watching. Shout out to the Lockharts. If that happens, I know there's a lot of conversations about his red shirt. Guess what? It don't matter now. You know why? Because him playing football his freshman year was the best thing that could have happened to him. Because guess what? This season, when that rule passed, he officially has 4 years of college football left. So we can also manage that. We recruit well from the high school ranks. We need to have a strategy in place so these kids can get these degrees 3-4 years, 3 years max, 3 years before, do summer school through. You done in 3, but you can graduate from Jack State in 3 and still have 2 years if you want to go somewhere else. Yeah. I said there's others. I'm just naming a couple. Because when I think special, and I just named them, Nate Rimmer. You're a damn fool if you think Nate Rimmer can't go pro. Now, it's going to be on Nate Rimmer if he want to go pro. Nate Rimmer get on that field. He do what he need to do. Take care of his body. You get 4.3 speed. That boy going to be on somebody's roster because he's special. That's a special talent. He just got certain stuff that you just did. I'm just trying to tell you. I'm just telling you what I know. Yeah, you got other players that are special. Cam Salas, special. Jonas Fortillion, special. You got all linemen. Now, I talked to Quay. I said, hey, man, if I'm you, I'm going to look at everything Carson Vincent did because that's your blueprint right there. You got a young man that started off at Alabama A&M, that finished at Alabama A&M. Same height. You 6'8", he's 6'7". You got to have the same work. You got to go past his work ethic now because what was good for yesterday ain't good no more. You got to go past that. Your work ethic got to be nuts. You got to set the room. 6'8", but you can't teach 6'8", dog. So again, those are just a few of the players that we have. Terrence Hibbler can absolutely be a pro. What it's going to come down to for our guys, you can name other players. There's so many other players you can name. I'm not going to do that, though, because I know how we get. What about Michael Gay? What about this person? What about, man, everybody? I get it. Here's the point that I'm making. That's just one aspect of it. Having the right stuff to get there is just one aspect of it. Here's what's going to be the determining factor. How bad they want it, and are they willing to do what's required to get there? Come on, man. Come on. Now you talking, EA. Now you on the same page we on, big dog. Guess what else Xavier Smith did, EA? He was the damn lead. He was the MVP of the Legacy Bowl. He's a speedster, kick return specialist. Get on the field and receive. The Kobe Durant who got drafted. He was a damn pain in the ass at the Celebration Bowl when we played South Carolina State. Stacked Shador, intercepted Shador, dominant. 2 interceptions against Clemson. Come on, man. He was dominant, still in the league. Still in the league. I'm just saying. Marquise Bell, I don't know what he got. He did some, you got to do, now when you get to the league, you got to do the stuff to stay in the league. Don't be crazy when you get there, but I hope he worked through everything he had, man, because looked like he had some crazy, some serious stuff going on. But my point is, there are guys that you can get to the league from. Elijah Williams, already in Minnesota. He was dominant at the Legacy Bowl. Purely dominant, man. You think Eric Hunter ain't gonna make a roster? You crazy? That kid got all the measures. He had numbers that was better than majority of the guys at the damn NFL combine. Don't worry about him. He found a really good situation, and he gonna make that roster. I'm telling you, he gonna make the roster because he got what he takes to make it. Get to the league, do what it takes to get in the league, stay in the league, take care of your body, and that's what it's gonna take. I don't care what the name of the person is, whatever your gifts. Listen, man, you owe it to yourself to maximize your talent that God bless you with if you want to get to that next level. But sitting around feeling sorry for yourself, sitting around thinking that somebody owe you something, thinking that if I'm just SWAC good, man, SWAC good ain't good enough. Sometimes you got to play the long game. Be special enough to make them folk come see you. Man, don't go jump to the FBS level just because you had a good SWAC season and then you go up there and be invisible. I've seen it happen too many times. I can name names, but people will get offended. I won't do that. I won't do that. I won't do that. Just saying. So at the end of the day, I'm proud of these guys, man. I know they're going to go put that work in, but you have to go do the work. You can't look big and strong, and then when you get on the 225, you do 10 reps. Ain't going to cut it. Ain't going to cut it. You get in the 30s, the high 20s, like, hey, man, this joker here strong as all get out. Hey, we might have something. You got to make these folk remember you because they're going to look at hundreds and hundreds and thousands of kids, man. These scouts, they got you got to listen, man. You only get one chance to make a first impression, bro. You got to be special. They got to already know about you before they get there because you got to already done enough work. For the guys in our league, man, y'all need to be grinding to the point to where you make the Reese's Senior Bowl come get you. You got to make the East-West Shrine Bowl come get you. We got some advocates in these spaces, man. Shout out to my boy Gerald, shout out to Blue and everybody that's working in these spaces that's doing the work to highlight our student athletes, man. But we're not going to lie to you, man. They're not going to lie to you. They're going to tell you what's real. And if you don't cut it, you just don't cut it. If you're not good enough, you're not good enough. But trying to funnel into a league that only, a draft or something that only got 250-something, what is it, 257? What number is Mr. Irrelevant? I don't know. Somebody tell me. What number is Mr. Irrelevant? That's in everything, man. There's several industries, bro, that you got to be buttoned up. Look, I was one of the top managers in my profession, man, in the career that I first started when I got out of college. I've said the company one time before. There's several of my colleagues. 257 this year. Okay. All right. When I got out of college, I went to this particular organization. And this particular organization, a lot of the guys matriculated from that industry into the pharmaceutical sales industry. It's just certain traits and attributes about me that just wasn't going to make it in that career field. I didn't fit the bill. I wasn't offended. It just was what it was. I wasn't running around with no clean face, shaved face, and you know what I'm saying? And I can still do that, but that was never me. I got some homies that did well. That was my peers that translated into that. It's hard as hell to get in that industry, man. It's certain things that'll work against you if you ain't buttoned up to the T. You a little rough around the edge. They not trying to let you in certain spaces, man. That don't mean you can't get in there. That don't mean you got to sell out to go get it. It just means that sometimes you have to fit the bill. If you don't fit the bill, you're not going to be able to be in the room, man. Because everybody in there is a dog. Everybody in that room is a dog, man. Everybody in there special. And these are the 1%ers, bro. These are the 1%ers. So love our players, man. I love our program because we do have a pathway to the NFL. Yes, we do. The conversation is, who had more players this year that got signed? Blue, is there another program? Who had more in Jack State this year? I'm not trying to draw a comparison. I'm just saying, is there another HBCU school that had a bunch, that had 4 that signed pro contracts? If I didn't keep up, I don't watch nobody else, so I don't want to speak out of turn. Is there a breakdown on what schools had the number of signed, like undrafted free agents? Because this was a tough draft, man. This was a tough draft. It's a hard cut because there's a lot of players available. Jack State was number 1. Shout out to Coach Taylor, Coach O, man, in the coaching staff. I don't care what you say. I'm around that program. I see it. We have a pathway to the NFL. But you got to be that. You got to be you got to be special. You got to be special, man. You got to be special. You got to be special. And they'll get you there if you got it. Trust me when I tell you. So that's a testament to the program that we built. That started with Coach Prime, really helping to put us back on the map. And it carried on over. And Coach Taylor and Coach O really, took this thing, took the remnants of what was left over after he left and created something that was worth, them coming to see. And we run a very professional operation over there. You got to come see it for yourself if you in media, whatever the case may be. They don't be jiving and shucking and jiving around, man. It's a tight ship because we know how to. We got coaches that go to these workshops. We got coaches that go to these weekends and these NFL spaces, and they come back and they implement this stuff, man. It's a beautiful operation. I'm blessed and thankful to be a part of, in a small way, being able to support from an NIL standpoint. But it takes everybody. But the players got to do their part, and you got to trust the process. But you also have to do your part. And I just know that listen, if you have people in your circle that's telling you that you gonna do this and you that, and you doing dumb stuff, and you just ain't like blessed and gifted with certain attributes that could get you the way you're trying to go, that's a recipe for disaster, man. It's a recipe for disaster. That's just the reality of it. The recipe for disaster. So I'm proud of these guys, man. I really am. I love the Quincy's a special talent. I love their mentality behind, they feel like they should have at least got something better than what they got. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy that Jacobian got signed. I hope he make the squad, go up there and do his thing. He can have a great career for a long time up there in the CFL, man. Let's hope so. I hope he do. You know what I mean? Definitely going to be keeping up with it. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to be hard to make that cut, man. It's going to be hard to make that cut. But you got to do it. You can do it, though. And that's every year. That's whether you were drafted 6th or 7th, 5th round. Man, if you ain't got no guaranteed contract, it's hard to make the NFL, man. My first cousin played 6 seasons in the league. I know all the political stuff that go in there. He was drafted the first round of the 2010 NFL draft. 26th pick, right after Tim Tebow. Dan Williams, trust me. Out of Tennessee, defensive lineman. 4 years in Arizona, 2 years in Oakland. Why? His second contract, 4 years, $25 million. $15 million guarantee. Got cut because Jack Del Rio, he wanted to continue to train in Arizona. Jack Del Rio wanted all his players in Oakland training, and he got in the doghouse. After they let him get his guaranteed money. It's a very short lifespan in the NFL anyway. So all I'm saying is this. These student athletes who have this gifted talent have the ability to go to college and get paid handsomely every year while they're there. Please take that money and set that money up for something, you know what I'm saying, to set you up for success for years to come. Invest your money. Those kids that are at these P4 levels are getting that real bread. Listen, it's not shocking to see a kid host a damn draft party at a big old mansion with a Lamborghini Urus in the driveway. That's not uncommon anymore. It's not. It's a lot of money out there. They went crazy when they saw that date when they had would be them. Yeah, they did. They did, coach. And right now, I would just say, listen, my advice to anybody that any of these kids, listen, pay attention to the rules. Pay attention to the rules. And I said this at the conference. Listen, I tried marijuana. I have. You just don't know. Yes, I did. I was when I really got serious about hooping and wanted this, I want to go play ball in college. I said that to myself. I stopped smoking in my 11th grade year. It just wasn't for me. I ain't like the way it made me feel. It's a downer. Some of these kids so smoked out, they don't even know. Detox your body, man. Get a little knick-knack injury because your recovery time slow. All that. And this ain't unique to Jackson. It's like every athlete you talk to, they all smoke. Because it seems like they ain't got to be no athlete. Marijuana's the new cigarettes now. Everybody vaping and just drugged out, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to tell you, man. But it's science, though. It's science. Now, if you're not using it for medicinal purposes and pain management, I get all that stuff. I'm just saying, some of it is just recreational. You know what I'm saying? You're already having a hard time comprehending, and then you're going to add something to it that's going to make you slow down even more and wonder why you keep missing assignments. Wonder why you keep getting flags. You know what I'm saying? Wonder why you keep jumping outside. Your focus ain't there, bro. It's like the smallest little things that could change the game for you. You win at Jack State, you will be playing on ABC in front of everybody. Imagine catching a touchdown, running, kicking behind on the main stage. I'm just saying. Jack State has a pathway. So don't think because you're at Jack State and nobody got drafted, I got to go jump into the portal. You ain't listening. That's not what we said. That's not what we're saying. What I'm saying to you is it don't make no difference where you go. You can go to Timbuktu State. You got to dominate, man. And you got to make them folk want to come see you. One of my bosses told me to hey, man, damn, Ernest. Hey, Ernest, wait a minute, dog. Ernest still there, bro? Man, come on, man. Ernest is, wait a minute. There's no way Ernest still there, bro. Are you serious? Dang. Bro been there a long time, man. He has been there a long time. Okay, he not there. Okay, cool. I was about to say, God dang, bro. I left in 2008. I thought you said he was still there. My fault. Tell Ernest I said, what up, man? Yeah, man. Tell him I said, what up, man? That was my dog, man. Ernest, he was one of the good guys, man. But nah, we had a good crew. But nah, man, listen. Appreciate you guys, man. I had a lot, man, a whole lot. I had to chop it up and say what I had to say because I ain't gonna have no show Friday neither. I will be back on Wednesday. I'm gonna celebrate my birthday with y'all. Let y'all send me some damn cash apps. Appreciate the donations in advance, baby. And we'll come on for a little minute and we'll talk, and then we're gonna have a special guest on Monday. That right? That right? Yes, sir. Yes, indeed, man. So listen, appreciate y'all, man. Listen, I hope y'all appreciated the content, man. Make sure you subscribe, man, to the channel if you haven't already. Click that link and join that collective if you haven't, man. We need your support. We're going to keep pushing this thing, keep doing what we got to do, man, and keep elevating. And listen, I mean that when I say it. You got to be the best of the best, man, in all that you do. You know, it's important to dominate in every level, everything that you got going on if you want to be recognized or special or try to get to that next level. Otherwise, mediocrity might be where you want to stay. But just know that mediocrity is going to get you more of what you already got. In order to do extraordinary things, you got to do extra. The key word you break the word down is extraordinary. You can't just be ordinary. You can't just be regular. You got to do extra, 1%. And then 2, you have to, last thing, and I'll leave you, and this is not for the athletes. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Birds of a feather flock together. It couldn't be more true than it's the most truest statement you could ever imagine. I don't care. If you're a sensible joker and you hanging around 304s, you're going to probably become a 304. Just saying. Find yourself in rooms and in spaces that are indicative of where you're trying to go. All right? And you'll see some things change. Change your mindset, change how you operate, change your position, change your dialogue. I was talking to KT Dub about that today. We got to shake this. We had to dust it. You know, we had to dust ourselves off and remember our why. WHY. We got to make sure that we are tight on that, man. Uphold each other, hold each other accountable, and just be the standard, bro, in everything. That's real life. Real life, man. Be the standard. And how you parent, how you relationship, how you do everything, bro. Dominate everything. And like I said, listen, your character is everything. I can't be in no mediocrity, man. Listen, I'm gonna say this, and this is to Jack State, and y'all know I love Jack State. I just come from a place of elevation. My mindset is about progressiveness, man, and anything that's has incompetence, laziness, stagnant. I'm gonna be an antagonist to you. You're gonna get sick of me because I just have a different mindset. I see greatness in us, man. But we don't treat it that way sometimes. We do just enough to get by. And that's part of the problem. I'm gonna say this in closing. At our level, we can't just be just good enough. We have to do the little things well at our level. We have to, when it comes to the university, I love, we got new leadership. If I could speak to the president, that's what I would say. We have to do the small things and the little things extraordinary, man. We have to be amazing at customer service. Our desire to care for them students and whatever it is, it has to be next level. And if we're not examining our processes and what's in place and what's happening, if we're not looking at that stuff every day trying to figure out how we can take it from here to here, then we're doing ourselves a disservice and the university and the institution. That's why I'm always saying, how can we get to the next level? It's not to, the ruffle any feathers or whatever the case may be. It's to elevate. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I got, man. It's hard to stay mediocre surrounded by great people. That's an amazing quote. That's so true. I told my daughter that yesterday. I just said, look, man, find yourselves in the right room. Wherever you're trying to go, you need to get as close to the people that's already there and try to become a sponge and you know what I'm saying? And that's what's going to happen, man. So look, I appreciate y'all, man. This has been a great show for me. Got a lot out. Now I can just shut up tomorrow. I didn't even talk. My sinuses feel good. I took something beforehand. I'm glad it worked out. I'm about to go take a little something, get in this bed. But nah, man, as always, man, I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys for tuning into the content. Like I said, don't forget to hit the like button on the way out if you haven't. Subscribe to the channel, share the content, comment in the videos. And I appreciate y'all, man. I'll be back on Wednesday. Do y'all love. Go Tigers. Peace.
On the field, we bring the energy. Ready to go.
Off the field, I build my brand.
At Jackson State, we make it happen.
State said one story, my brand tells another.
This is Jackson State.
This is family. This is the KC-1400 Collective. Tiger Nation, we need each of you to join the movement.
Be the team behind the team.
Support our NIL collective. Get signed up today.
Visit www.KC-1400collective.com. VI Love, go Tigers.
Wait. Before I go any further, hey, if you haven't done so already, make sure you get some of that cat head vodka and get down with KC-1400. Hey, go over there and sponsor with them guys, man. Go ahead, pitch in. Tell a friend, tell them, come on. Make sure you get you some of that cat head. Hey, go support KC-1400. Get you some of that cat head vodka for real.
Hey, this True Thompson. True, you got to get word for Tiger Nation, man. I love y'all. Tiger Nation. VI Love, go Tigers, baby. Appreciate you.